All right, let's see how this goes. So we're here to chat about stuff that might piss you off. I didn't know what the title would be. Let's have some fun with it. So I was receiving a few documents today from people in different platforms. So I thought I'd share and discuss what we've got going on here. Let's take a look at this. This is kind of interesting. Hey, Manel, good to see you. How to make an anti-nano device. Very interesting. I haven't looked at this at all, so let's. This is on Rumble, so it shouldn't be YouTube.
How to kill all mosquitoes.
Oh, hold on. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, we'll have to get through the ad, I guess.
This simple but brilliant trick you can do.
I'm not used to Rumble, so.
This is America.
Okay, stop. Can't really do anything here. What the hell is going on? Okay. How to make an anti-nano device. Hey, Scotty boy. Let's get pissed off together. Absolutely. I found you, or maybe you found me. I don't know what this is. We'll have to give it a minute here. 10. Oh, okay, another ad. I'm not familiar with Rumble, so let's see what we've got. Legal disclaimer. Okay, we got a dude. Bunch of copper wire. We're going to look at a few things today. Oh, he's got a triangle. Oh, I know this dude. Oh, I love this guy. I love this guy. This guy is absolutely crazy, man. He will go to any lengths. Like, oh, this guy is awesome. Okay, let me full screen him. See what he's doing here. Some of the stuff he does can be a little sketchy and scary, but he's got some interesting information, usually some pretty good information. But as I said, some of it, watching this guy make colloidal silver or gold is absolutely terrifying. He uses 120 volts. So let's see what he's doing here.
So anywhere, outside, inside, and you'll see.
It's gonna be like those plane movies where it's gonna start spinning around because it doesn't know which way is north.
Yeah, you throw the field off completely.
Okay.
So far, so good.
So he's talking about this product being used.
Good thing you're not using those neodymium ones.
Oh, that would be fun.
They would be flying around here.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. That would be one guy actually. I had a guy. What I did with this triangle is I have a group of people I associate with and work with. So I've sent out 20 of these.
I do want to see where he's going. This guy is always very interesting. Okay, let's forward it.
I used to have an old Pontiac Phoenix.
Okay, so he's got some like 1-inch disc neodymium magnets that he's using. Looks like
their first car
could be regular magnets. I'm not sure.
Fuel economy, because at that time,
like the 3-cylinder car type thing.
It was a 6, but it was front wheel drive.
Hey, Mitch Gander.
Anyway,
right.
Change
Hi, Desert Rose.
On these things. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The front 3, no problem. All but 5 minutes. Oop, oop.
Oh, the back.
The back. Oh.
You had to remove some manifolds and things.
No. You would have to do that.
Okay, he's got some reverse tape going on there now. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see where he's going with it. This guy's got some good ideas. He's got some very interesting ideas that I like to look at. I lost him for several years. I used to be subscribed to one of his channels, but
especially when you lost half your knuckle. Okay, so we got 2 rows.
All right.
Here going. So that's again. We're at.
If anybody wants to come up and have a yak.
Okay, here we go.
We're getting some more.
You're gonna do another row?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What? This guy I just love this guy.
We really want when this
crazy.
is in the tub and you put this on. Okay, and I forgot to bring the other power supply. You can either use a relay or a flasher with your power supply, and you will find
Oh my God,
the
he's gonna
output is
gonna
incredible.
power it.
And
Wow.
wherever you put this stuff, don't be surprised if you see Elvis come out. Literally, literally.
Okay.
It's
So just for the sake of
Everybody
saving
needs a
battery,
hug now.
let's since we've already seen one row of it.
well, actually, you've seen two. So yeah,
2 rows,
Yeah,
yeah.
save the battery, and we'll
Yeah.
come back to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Besides, then I can start swearing.
And then I can help you.
Swear?
That too.
Okay, so I think what he's trying to do here
Alright.
is he's trying to
Here we
scramble
got
a signal.
80 magnets covered, labeled. When you get to
Yeah.
the end,
Spin it around for the.
okay. Yeah, so just so we can see. So there's your 80.
Hey,
Now,
Diane.
try not to push this on
Hey,
too tight
been a while
because at the
since I've
end you
seen
got to
you
get it
around.
off.
Good to see you.
And it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be pressing down on the triangle because it's pliable. And if it collapses, no big deal because, again, you can always reglue it and put it back together. But this is basically just a templater frame.
The only thing we didn't explain is that so we did another row
Yeah.
of opposing magnets, but then in between them there's also
Yeah.
magnets now,
Exactly.
just to mess up the field.
Yeah, because because you're going to
Okay.
have, when you do it the way I did it there, I mean, and you can put them in any which way you want. You can put them
Hi,
zigzag
guys.
if you like, or how I did it in parallel, or you can put a straight line of them.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Do it.
So how's it going, guys? Good to see you, Mitch Gander. Good to see you, Manel.
Thank
Do you
you.
love this guy or what? This guy's awesome.
I've watched that
Yeah,
guy on.
I'm open. You know that.
I've watched that fella before on Colloidal Silver. He did a big thing on Colloidal Silver. I watched.
Yeah. He's an extremist. I love the extremes he goes to. He's willing to take it to the limit. I really appreciate that about this guy.
Does anybody know how to make that monatomic gold?
I don't, but I do know that
Yeah,
there's.
You mean like colloidal
There's-
gold,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
or do you
there's-
want to go absolutely monatomic?
There's a gentleman, Bernai
Bernie.
or Crypto Alchemist. Yeah, he does
Yeah.
a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know
But
him,
you-
don't you?
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm one of his
What you
mods.
need to do is get some sulfuric acid and caustic soda or what do you call it? Hydrogen peroxide. You can get it. You can get hydrogen peroxide in a crystal form. So what you do is you alternate between acids and bases, and what that does is it breaks up the gold or silver or whatever you're doing, and it breaks it up into ever smaller particles. So you want to go flipping from acid to a base, and what you want to do is melt down the metal first, and then flip it with an acid, and then flip it to a base to make it all coagulate in the bottom. And then you want to siphon off the water on top, refill, and you have to do this process again and again. And what will happen is the gold will start off as like a brownish color. Eventually it'll turn to like a purplish color once you repeat this process, and eventually it'll go black. And then all of a sudden, once you get it to monatomic form, it'll turn to white crystal powder. So what you're doing is flipping it between acids and bases to break it up
Right.
and draw it out. There's
So,
many different complicated processes for doing that, but you can do it yourself.
May I just
Check it out.
slightly interject? So
Uh-huh.
I learnt something the other day that we actually contain monatomic gold. That is in our system.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
We already have that in our system. Okay, I just wanted to add that. That's all.
Mhm.
as I've been going through doing this, whatever's going on with this interesting conscious shift, I can walk up to the gold and silver and copper. I can see it. I can see it in the stone at a distance. I can see the vibration. I'm walking right up to it. I can find gold like nothing.
Oh, that's beautiful, man.
Awesome, Mitch. Hi, F Kitty.
That's beautiful.
Hi, Sab. Good to see you. There's a link there, Sab. If you
Hey,
want
I
to keep it.
can't see the chat. When I come up here, I can't see the chat.
Oh,
I've got a
okay.
crappy tablet, so I'm just
I'm
here
so
with you guys.
confident of it. I'm so
All right.
confident of it. I went and got one of the gold kits, one of them sluices with the
Yeah.
the box. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, Mitch. I'd love to have that talent. I've thought of having that talent before, you know, like it'd be amazing if you could just sense gold, right?
But we do have this sense.
Yeah, it's whether you've
It-
tuned it or you're sensitive enough to it, right?
Right. We
No.
sense different things. So Mitch
Can we
senses
call-
that. We sense other things. Well,
Hey, Sab, how you doing?
hey, Sab. How you
Sab,
doing?
excited? You
Nice
got
to
some
see ya.
news for us, do you, Sab?
Buenas noches. Buenas.
Buenas noches.
Your mic's a little low there, Sab. Can you say something again?
Ah oui?
Yeah, he's a little low.
Parlez plus français, oui?
Let me
No?
edit you. Let me pump you up a little bit.
We parle français, but we
There we
also
go.
speak English here.
Oui, ah oui. Yeah, of course I speak English.
Ah,
I'm an English.
oui. C'est bien. Oui. Muy bien.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
The idea is you got to put the magnets on and put them in such a way where they're repelling. Okay, pushing out, pushing out,
Okay.
pushing out. You don't want them retracting. Okay, at least.
And then they won't even
what
let
we've
me
seen anyway.
Top it off. Won't even let me.
The idea. We got the magnets now.
What do you guys think of this dude?
Wire. Power of the wire. Now,
Oh, very interesting. I love all this stuff.
12 gauge. Now we use speaker wire. Now for those of us in Canada and US, okay, when you buy the speaker wire, what I do is I buy a big roll of it and then I split it. I take it apart. So if you get a 100-foot spool, you can actually get
So we are
2 feet out of it.
reviewing
So
his
the wire and
contraption
disconnect.
here,
And
so
by
this should
connecting,
be
it's not
okay
gonna
for
create
YouTube
the
for me to play this.
anomaly in the-
Let's
in-
hope.
in the thing anyway. It's not going to create a problem.
It'll
You can,
be
do whatever
fine.
with it.
It'll
So
be
it's
just
a
fine.
bigger thing
They don't let
and
me
it's
play
in-
videos of
Très,
anybody.
très bon.
What I
Très bon.
found is that when you get 100 turns, okay, and you got the 80 magnets, you get a rock'em sock'em effect. Now, when you start off doing this,
The rock'em sock'em effect.
have extra, at least 3 to 5 feet extra.
What do you think so far,
It's
Sab?
going to go into a tub, and you want to be able to move it around, and you want to have a certain length of wire. So that
Sab
it's-
is
I know a bit about
fascinated.
all this anyway, obviously, because I take microwave transformers apart and all the windings and all the rest of it as well. But,
Again, some slack.
Eh,
I'm going to
Oh.
give myself about 4 or 5
what did we
feet.
lose? We lost Mitch.
What I'm going to do here, just so you
Yeah,
understand,
Mitch buggered off.
I'm going to rubber band this because this will get in the way when you're wrapping. So, and then more swear words. Come on. It's just the nature of how we do things, you know. If we swear, things work. If we don't, nothing happens. What I'm doing is I'm just tucking it underneath because this way, like I said, we got to work with it. Now, start off,
Look
At the
beyond the
end.
skin.
okay.
You know what I love about this guy is he's
So you're
willing
gonna do
to
an
try
entire spool?
anything. I love
yeah.
that.
Easy.
Really?
You know?
Easy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
It's gonna
so
take- you
cool.
want 80
I
wrappings,
really like that
okay?
as well.
Now, you can go 20.
And I
you go
also
10, you
do
go
not
whatever you want to do,
consent,
however you want to
By
wrap
the
this.
way,
Exactly.
I like this
Yeah.
little thing
Now,
up there
to
on the
do
wall.
this, okay, to do this, okay, I want 80 wrappings. I'll put this on the floor. Easier.
Holy.
I don't see how.
As soon as we get the first
Right
gear
now, I've
we're
been
going,
looking
you'll
at
get the idea. I
electromagnets.
basically see all I'm doing. This is all I'm doing.
But he says he's powering this thing somehow, which is a little scary, but
Well,
also
I've
exciting.
got an
It can be a little
open
challenging when
mind.
you get around the magnet.
Tech
I want to
issues,
learn.
Just deal with it, work
Hi,
with it.
Woo Rider. Good to see you
You know.
again.
And you can use square magnets. You can use
Is that
neodyne
Ryder
magnets.
Lee? It's not Ryder Lee.
Just make
You
sure.
want to put yourself for a
No,
challenge?
Woo Rider.
Yeah, just make sure there's no kids
Woo
around.
Riders
Use
need
neodyne,
you.
because they will
Oh,
learn a whole
okay.
new
Well,
vocabulary.
welcome one and all.
Just
Things
came
will
on
come out of
board.
your mouth that you didn't even know were there.
Oh, man. They're fun.
So I got a couple of them up. I got two
Okay,
upstairs that are
let's
like
forward
90
this a little
pounds.
more.
She's
Okay, so he's got 100 windings around there, he said.
You're still married?
He's taping her down.
Wow, she's pretty deaf.
Wow, that's gaffer tape, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, he's
it's
using a lot of it.
Similar to the other talking I
You
do.
can build
She
a house
tunes it
with
up.
that
Got a
stuff.
lot of gaffer tape.
All that male testosterone.
Okay, let's get.
All right.
Got no duct tape on
Okay,
that.
now he's got.
Probably get 100 hostages.
Okay, he's wrapping it up again.
Now you can
Again,
see
so
how she's coming along.
You
Now,
used about
like
100
I said, we're going to have
hostages
this
worth of-
wire here because we need that wire
Right?
to extend. So basically,
all
I'm
right,
going to
I'll
cover it.
ask you in a minute once
Here.
he's done his thing.
He's got 2 terminals there, so he can hook it
Okay.
up to a power
And-
supply.
Underneath it.
But this
And-
just
Hi,
looks-
Amber Dunn.
Over it again.
Yeah, I was thinking about.
doing
I've been missing
doing
you.
windings like this. This is just an
Like I said,
amplification.
it will. You will have.
It's a
That's
voltage
about the only
Oh,
spot
thanks,
where you
Ryder.
see water get in. If it's sealed properly, that's generally where it comes
My
in.
cat is
And again, you can-
actually
after we
lying
get done,
right
you can
here
put
listening to
glue
this,
on there,
by the
you
way.
Seal it with, like I say, a nail polish, sealant, anything you want
Say, Mummy, give me some
You know,
treats.
to reinforce it. Like I said,
Like
I'm
a
not
treat.
seeing a problem with it,
Exactly.
doing it this way. But again, if you're feeling uncomfortable, then again, modify it. This is not about, this is not the end all be all. This is not the only way of doing it. Like the guys that have been on the YouTube talking about using an EMP.
Yeah, don't use an
They
EMP.
got it 30%
That's
right.
not-
They're
that's bad.
actually got on the right track.
Don't
They
use a
are shutting
jammer.
off the program.
Yeah, not a good thing, that is it?
Method is
No,
once you're
this
stripping
this
the
type
cell
of
of the body,
method might have some
okay,
of
'cause the
that. Let's
nanoparticles
see.
are still embedded in the cells.
My
You've
my
got,
main
like I
goal
said,
is to
thousands
unhook
of
us
them in
from the
one
system.
cell. This is a heavy
And
metal.
I've been working on
Obviously.
like
I mean-
The reason why it's heavy because of the high volume.
So
been working on-
he's showing people how to do coiling to
Yeah.
to generate electricity, obviously.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
So what he's
kinda
probably
get-
creating is like an electromagnet.
That's operating the genetics and the
So
biology.
what
that's
you can
integrated
do
with
with
the
that
nano.
is you can
Basically, we're
Right.
dealing with nanobiology.
either
This is the-
override the shift in the
Basically, when you wipe out the
nanoparticles.
program,
What they do is they
you mind
oscillate
wipe
the
or
nanoparticles,
extra
right?
on these
Or they'll
things.
get them to react to
still have-
electricity.
Yeah, my dad
So
was
he's
really
opening-
good with this stuff years ago.
Yeah, he-
It's just, I
A
mean,
lot of you feeling,
I didn't
a lot of
know,
pain.
but this is
in
what my
the
dad, he
lower
was
back.
doing this. He was
Reason why
heavily
you're feeling
into
pain in the lower back is
electronics.
because you have adrenal fatigue going on. Because your body now is trying to.
So he's
flush
trying to
out all
interrupt the
this
signal
particulate matter
and
through the
take
kidneys.
control of it or draw it in.
Give your
And that
kidneys
makes total
a break.
sense. Right now I'm looking
Right.
at
Again,
electromagnets.
taking these baths,
Just
I would suggest using the
to have
saving
one
bath,
here.
which
But anyways, you just take a battery
Which,
and a copper wire,
will do
an iron
wonders
rod.
in
You wrap the
regard
copper
to,
wire around the rod and attach it to the 2 poles.
it's got away
But
with
if you
it.
could come up with a
It'll do
pulsing
wonders as far as stripping
electromagnet,
that out.
it might be able to totally
Make sure
disrupt
you
the
keep
signal
the
coming in.
I know, but
volunteer
the funny
tight.
thing was my
Yes,
dad
I
was
need it.
building speakers
This is another
and
reason why
doing
doing this, being
copper
close and
wire
everything. As you can see,
coiling
it's starting
way
to look
back
like a
in the
triangle.
70s when I was a little girl. It was
Yeah.
very, very interesting.
And
I
again,
didn't
put a
know
little
what he
bit
was
of
doing,
little
but I
stress,
do
little
now.
bit of tension on the
Yeah.
floor
As you're wrapping it.
as you're wrapping it.
And are you
Spinal
you
degeneration.
going like
Oh,
with
wow.
each strand? Or are you going about
Sorry to hear
25%
Hi, Squirrel
coverage? Like,
Sniper.
are you? Do you know what I mean? You're not doing them side by side.
You
You're
here?
overlapping a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah.
Hi, James.
Because again, you got to try to keep that sealed.
right?
So
Right.
basically, like I
Welcome,
said, if you want to
one and
afterwards, you
all.
can go and put duct tape
Hi,
over
Richard.
it again. You can. It's not going to affect the flow, the field. Again, depending on the
Wow,
power and the
that's some
amps you put out,
serious structure he's
it's going to
doing there,
determine
isn't it?
the,
It is.
the
He's
strength
got
of what
like
you're doing.
$100 worth of duct tape, and now he's
That, and then
looks like he's
you
going to
can
put a few rolls of electrical
Might have done this
tape on
before.
it. He's
I
probably
want to
got
know
a
what's inside
probably got like
that
$100
triangle,
worth
though.
of neodymium
Like I
magnets in
say,
there.
work on this is quite
that's-
Oh,
intense.
yeah.
Like I said, as you can see,
Mm.
That's
so
a
if you
few
are gonna ask
$100
me to
worth
do
of
it,
kit he's
I
got
am
going
going
on.
to charge you. Okay, just
So
so
you gotta know
I'm
how
doing
it
this so that
winds
you guys can
and
do this yourselves.
stuff.
You
Well,
can do it.
he
If
says
I
it's
can
not
do
that
it, You
important.
can do it. Okay.
I don't know how
Listen,
that
I'm just a
works,
guy who
but
knows some stuff.
it's interesting
Okay?
separating
and you
the
can teach
magnet
yourselves
from the
things
coil.
that the educational system
Mm,
I'm wondering what effect that
sorely
would have,
lacked
because he's
in
done that.
doing.
And
fascinating.
he's
You have to
separated the
understand
layers of
that
magnets.
just because you don't have a piece of paper doesn't mean
He's got like
you're
3 layers of
uneducated, and it
magnets,
doesn't mean you lack
and then
intelligence. All a piece
100
of paper
Right.
indicates you've learned
coils
to
of
count the hoop
wire.
So
the
you
way they
do
told
need
you.
to
That's all it
know
means.
what
And you spent a lot of money
goes
doing it.
into each
So, teach
section,
yourself
as it
things.
were.
So
So
limit your
Well,
layer.
yeah, and the
limit your
effect,
experiences of
the
your
effect on the
education to a system
electromagnetic field
that
that
is
it's going to
designed to
have,
keep you
you know.
stupid.
Hi, Chloe.
Simple. Now, for you millennials,
They always
Nice
make it
for
look
you.
so easy. Yeah, that's
some of
right.
you
I know they do.
graduated
I
out of high school.
know.
You're now
And
heading
they
to
just make
university
it
or
look
college.
so
Well, like even
simple.
something simple,
gonna
like
tell
I
you
make a
something,
grounding
because
device.
they
That
did the
looks,
same
you know,
thing to
nice
my
and easy. You
generation.
just
They're
take a
doing it
copper
to
wire
yours.
battery and something
You
else,
are
and there
going
you
to
go.
take
Yeah,
courses that have
But, you know, to
absolutely no
actually
value
do it
today,
isn't so easy,
unless you're
you
into
know.
synthetic biology,
No, it's really
nanotechnology,
cool stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'll mute the video.
nanobiology.
That's a good idea there. Thanks, Amber. We'll wait until the end there. Let's see what he's got going on. Now, I'm wondering if he gets a measurable effect. That's what I'm looking for. If he can get an effect on a
Right.
like a, you know, a magnet or a electrometer
So let's see
or
then.
something.
Let's have a look. See, that'll be
Even
really
having
cool.
an effect
I'm
on
sure he
a.
will. He will, though. He obviously knows what he's doing.
He's a smart guy. I consider him a little crazy, but that's because of some of the things he's
All the
willing
best
to
people
do.
are.
Yeah.
Max,
I think it's
the best
important to
people are
clarify
crazy.
too that we're not
Okay,
dealing
so we're
with
hooking it up
you're
to power
using that
now.
adapter specifically
DC.
to put out 100 to dumb down 110 volts into what is it 12
19
20
volts.
yeah
19
So
volts.
we're going around 12 volts DC.
so that you're not going to
Yeah, but you can't just wrap up a load of wire
DC just so
in
you
a
know,
little
direct
triangle and then tape it up and not know what you're doing. You've got to know what you're
Well,
doing.
at 12 volts, it's not too bad. You'll get a little heat. So he's got an inverter on that. So you're taking 120 volts
this is
and you're
something as simple as
stepping
a
it down to 12 volts.
Yeah, that's all.
DC power.
Cut the ends off.
So that's not
Okay.
that dangerous.
Now,
It'll shock, it can shock you.
hold
But
on.
in that amount of coil, it'll cause some
Yeah.
heat and possibly some induction between the magnets and the coil.
Did it
I was saying that there has to be a structure to how that triangulated
Huh.
coiling happens, how you put it together, and then the protective stuff with, and then connecting it to the
unplug it and
the
see if
negative
it's
and
gonna turn
the
light back on?
positive. Do you know what I mean? You've got to know what you're doing, otherwise you can
No.
blow yourself up.
Maybe stolen there.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
might be there.
You want to get
Oh,
a
well,
power
geez,
inverter
alright, just unplug.
so that you
There we
can
go.
step it down
Aha.
for sure. Don't
Look at the magnet.
do not
She's a
hook up to the
dancer.
120.
Da, da, da,
Not
da,
hook
da.
it
Look at
directly
that. Like we knew what
into
we were
that
doing.
one.
So you, really, we need to look at this like
Okay, there
sort of
he is. He's
literally
showing.
See it going up
from
and
the
down, up and
start.
down. Magnet's doing a pink, pink, pink. Now,
Okay, so he's putting out a positive. Okay, I don't know which
And
way.
he's got his compass there as well.
Yeah.
Look. Ooh,
See
it
which way
just-
his
that's
magnet's
interesting.
going there.
walking back and forth, pulsating. Pulsating. See where it's
Okay,
going?
that's what
Oh,
we're waiting for.
repelling.
ooh, that's interesting.
She's
All
still
right, let's
pulsating.
rewind that a bit.
Now she's pushing it away. I knew what I was doing.
But you're plugging the adapter in, but
Yeah.
have you hooked it? We haven't hooked in the adapter.
I'll show you what we're gonna do.
Yeah, some of them are not
Gonna
good.
lose
Some of
the
them
wire.
are
Yeah,
good.
just to test it out.
Yeah, it's not just the
Hey.
insulation though. I saw that comment.
There's the
It's
power.
it's
Power.
knowing
Okay,
the
now,
exact
just to make
coiling
sure that this
the
thing is doing
coiling
something.
Oh, I see.
to
You've
get
already got
the
your
right
little rig there.
current
Yeah.
flowing. You've got to know how to flow the current.
Power unit.
Yeah, he claims he doesn't know, and he's just
I
experimenting
think
as
it's
well.
important to clarify
So-
too that we're not dealing with you're
So there
using
might
that
be a big
adapter
kaboom in a
specifically
moment.
DC.
Well,
to put out
no, it should be all right. He's only
dumb
working with
down
12 volts.
110 volts
Yeah.
into
He's only working with
What is
12
it?
volts.
12,
19 volts.
20, yeah.
19 volts.
Right, right, okay.
Oh, man, did I do this? Yes.
so that you're not going to electrocute yourself.
Right?
No, we're all
So there you
using
go.
DC,
He
just so
just
you know.
had-
See, the guy also thought he was gonna
Oh, man.
boom himself.
No, just 12 volts. He'll cause some heat.
There's
That's
always
about
some.
it. If the coil was smaller, I'd be worried because
And this is
if you have
something as simple
less
as a
material,
the adapter from an old laptop.
Yeah.
the
that's all.
electricity,
Okay.
the heat from
Cut
the
the ends
electricity
off.
concentrates.
Okay.
But he's got over
Now-
100
Right.
coils in there,
See
so
what's going on.
no worries.
Right. Yeah. I did see that. I mean, I saw what he was winding.
Should be
Yeah,
something
no worries there. He's doing all right.
I also watched my dad
Is it-
do
is
weird
it,
shit like this years and years ago.
Still plugged in.
Yeah, my wife gets to watch it too.
Feel the power. A magnet. Huh.
Oh, that's good.
Well, she uses some of my devices. They
No
do
power.
work.
Why don't we have
So,
power?
you know, this I'm very interested to see what he's got. So,
Unplug it and see if it's
All right.
going to turn the light back on.
No, see if that plug is still in there. It might be the adapter.
Oh,
there
it
is.
was. Jeez. All right, just unplugged.
There we go. Aha! And
That's
look at the
what you want.
magnet. She's a dancing. Da, 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 da. Look at
Oh,
that.
That
okay.
looks
We knew
like
what
a
we were doing.
freaking
well, that's cool that it's
Computer
moving
power-
around
power
and not
supply.
staying stationary.
See it going up
Yeah,
and
it's
down,
like
up
a-
and down.
Power supply for a
Magnet's doing
computer
pink,
easy.
pink, pink. Now,
Yeah.
just to show you. See it? It's just bulking back and forth, pulsating.
Okay.
Pulsating. See where it's going? Oh, repelling.
Okay, leave it in one spot for a minute.
Going toward it. She's still pulsating.
Okay. It looks like
Now
it's
she's pushing it
pulsating.
away. All the way.
Wow.
And he
Here,
said he
look
was
at it,
using
drawing
12
into
volt
it.
DC,
That's
which shouldn't give a
amazing.
pul-
Both
which shouldn't
sides
give a
going in. And
pulsating
if we put it
signal.
here, doesn't know what to do. Look at that.
Okay, that's really cool.
Here, down here, to the side, this side.
Mm.
So we got
Wow.
different fields going on. And if you're not sure
Okay.
now, to make this, to boost this up even more, I'm going to show you a little trick.
I like
You
this
don't know
guy,
power
by the way,
flasher?
Matt.
Oh, I love this guy. I lost him
This
for
kind of power
years.
supply, connect
Yeah,
one in.
amazing.
What is it? An old
Yeah.
What's
he's,
his channel?
A signal flasher.
Oh, yeah.
He's
About
on
$7
Rumble,
a
and
Canadian
I'm
tire
not
for
really
those who
on
live in
Rumble.
Canada.
Really? Is that what that
I'm
is?
not on Rumble,
I'll
though.
post his channel, and maybe you
Basically,
can
create a
find him
mini
on
EMP.
YouTube
Now
or
watch
other
the compass
places.
when I touch.
We must have something on YouTube.
Sorry, guys, I'm a little engrossed in
No,
what he's
how much
doing.
more
I haven't
powerful
been
it is?
able to pay much attention.
Sorry.
It's moving.
That.
Yeah.
It's slightly moving left and right, not just.
Hi, Hilaire Empath. Good to see you.
She's blowing it
Hi,
up.
Richard. If I missed anybody,
She's
hello.
moving, gyrating. It's going up and down there, bouncing up and down.
Hello, hello. Welcome, one and all.
It's not
Did you,
pulsing anymore.
Did you manage to
Yes,
see
it's
the
up
links
and
that
down.
dropped on the last video? You
Yeah,
did?
it's not, is it? It's just. Oh, it's
What's that, Sab?
Up and down. Isn't it interesting? Up and down.
that's interesting, isn't it?
Did you,
Here
did
from
you see
there.
the links that dropped on your last video?
I don't get my notifications a lot of times. I'll
She's
check.
moving back and forth and up and down.
I've been waiting for you all week, man.
Now,
There's nothing new
Is this
there.
thing
We
safe?
don't
Yes.
get on
I
this
missed your last live,
notification,
didn't I?
do we?
No, I don't. Let me check. Did you post a couple of links? You said.
Yeah, I put them on the. I put them as a comment on the last video on your last live a couple of days ago.
Let me check here.
Been
On
doing
practice a couple days ago.
Sab,
Yeah.
you're British, ain't you, mate?
Oh, mate.
So, I got
Yeah,
Daniel
you are.
asleep
So am
again.
I, mate. Good to
I'm not
see ya.
British. I'm not British. I'm English.
All right, you're Alban.
Born and bred. Aye.
No, I'm not finding them. Sam.
Aye.
Born in the north, now live in the
Yeah,
south.
Yeah, I'm in Scotland now.
Why?
No, I'm not. I don't have any comments at all.
Folks died.
If you have some links you'd like to share and show people, you can post them right now, and we'll share them. Yeah, I like the flux capacitor, James. Good to see you. Yeah, they often
We are
hide
in
stuff on me.
the flux.
So
Sorry.
sorry. So, because obviously I've missed a big portion of tonight's stream so far. In a nutshell, what has he made?
Basically, what it looks like is a small, well, rather actually large, 12-volt electromagnet that pulses.
Right.
Right.
And somehow, by his coiling and the placement of those magnets in layering, it pulses. Now, I was thinking of, I actually started working on that type of a thing. Hold on 1 second, I'll show you.
Okay.
That'd be interesting. I can do all this sort of stuff as well.
Anyway, it's just a iron rod with copper wire.
I
wrapped
love
around it.
this stuff. I
And,
think we need to do more of this. Really?
basic electromagnet that I
That's
can
why,
show
that's,
you.
that's why
online.
Max. I think that's why one of the reasons why Max keeps me around, because he knows that I'm into all of this, and when I say I'm going to do something, I do sit down and I literally spend a week and get my head right into it, and yeah.
I'm really glad to meet you.
And you too.
I wonder if he had boiled vinegar.
Thank
at
you.
Boiled vinegar. What's that? Yeah, that's what you would think, Squirrel Sniper. But what he says he's using a 12-volt DC power supply, which shouldn't be pulsing. So, but when he moves the magnet over in certain spots, it does pulse. It appears to.
Because on that basis, a DC current is a direct current. It doesn't have a pulse to it. An AC current is an alternating current, in which case that has a pulse to it. That's what I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, cloud busting boiling vinegar. Oh, I've never heard of that before.
Well, if you look at the ancient battery, you can put vinegar and you just got to get the right metals together.
Cloud busting? Oh, that's weird. That's interesting.
Ionization.
Oh, the cloud
of
busting is ancient. They stole the machines. They stole the machines many, many centuries ago.
Easy. Ionization.
Yeah. Did I post the link for his video for everyone to take a look at? Do it again, anyways. Just
So is he on YouTube then at all?
Rumble,
Or is he only on?
Rumble. This is on Rumble.
Oh, only on Rumble. Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know if it's
Okay.
only on Rumble. I used to be subscribed to him on YouTube, but I stopped receiving posts
He's
from
bound
him.
to
So I
still
guess
be here, though.
he probably got banned.
Really? Well, they haven't banned what's his face, Dane Wigington, and he's talking about the same stuff that's behind this guy. So
Yeah.
I don't think they've banned him yet. I
I
hope
think
Yeah,
not.
this is actually posted on a
It depends how many people are following you. Yeah, it depends how many
Yeah, this
followers.
is
It
not
depends how
even-
hard you
Right.
get. As soon as you get on
This is not
True.
even
somebody's
posted
radar,
under
yeah.
his name. This is posted under Watchman's Duty, which is a
Right.
I think that's another. It might be him. I don't know. I'll follow the channel and see. Oh,
Bless
crap.
you. You're just, you're the best.
Chrome. Okay.
Right, guys, get to work. It's an 8-letter password. Let's go.
Good one. Good one.
Okay.
Careful.
Now I've got to make a Rumble account. Oh my
Take that
god.
off. Take it off. Take that screen off.
Really?
Right. Take
Oh,
that screen
no.
off.
So what? Hang on a minute. What? Just show me what what his image was before?
1968. Bloody hell.
Oh yeah.
1968.
I just need your bank account details.
that's a year
what do you
after
call
I
mother's
was born.
maiden name? Can you tell me yours?
What do you got to do here? What else you got to do here? There's already
I'm an
rumble.
old git as well, by the way.
What is your secret question?
Secret question.
Let's see. What's my bank account number? Hold on.
No, don't do that. Yeah, I was just
Can you
thinking.
take pictures of front and back of your
You're
credit
typing
card?
stuff into this thing, and I'm like, he's gonna put his password in, and no, you're not. No, you're not.
No, I'm not going to sign up to Rumble. Sorry.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm always there.
Or as they say,
I'm always
as they
thinking
say
of
in
it.
Scotland, Dunny, do it. Dunny.
So this week, this week,
kidding.
I have been mostly ripping stairs. You know, Stanner stair lifts. Yeah, stair lift that goes up your stairs. An electric one, 24-volt ones.
Yeah.
I've got one of them in
Really?
the garden. I've been pulling it all apart.
Good man. Excellent.
I'm always taking stuff apart and making new stuff a little bit. Always.
Keep doing it. Just keep
Right
doing
up,
it.
Kitty. We should
Been
all
doing
be
it since I was a
tinkering
kid.
with
My mum
something.
used to hate me for it. She bought a DVD player
Yeah,
when
Kitty's
I was
right.
like
You
12
should be
years old. They were
tinkering.
brand new on the market. And within a week, that DVD player being in my
Right.
room, it was apart because all I ever was there was lasers inside of it.
I
Right
know.
back.
I mean, there's so much stuff that we buy that we could pick apart and utilize to make something
do.
else out of.
I do it all the time. Trust me, I really do it all the time.
Good.
I took a printer apart. Listen, I took a printer apart, like an old print, but the scanner printers, one of them. I took one of them apart,
Mhm.
literally just for the parts and bits and pieces out of it to make several crossbows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Good. Wow. Good for you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh,
Last year.
I'm in awe. I seriously, I'm in awe.
You'd be surprised.
That's good.
Honestly, you'd be surprised at some of the stuff I make and create and upcycle. Call it upcycling, all that sort of
So
stuff.
okay, so can I say this then? So the stuff that we buy and we don't even realize what kind of tech is within those things.
Oh yes,
Right.
serious. Some serious, like even.
Okay. The
Yeah.
chipsets.
Don't even know where to start with all
There's
that.
a
honest
lot
to
of
God.
chipsets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at the circuit boards and all the
Just
rest of
keep
that sort
doing
of
it,
stuff.
man.
Like, think of the ingenuity that's gone
Right.
into that. Not one person that I know could actually sit there and tell me exactly what every component does on every circuit
Exactly.
board.
Right.
Everybody knows how to use
Well,
them
no,
all.
you'd have to know.
But-
Right.
but given-
Because you'd have
given
to
the
know
content-
what each chipset does.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So, like, say for instance, for example, we can all use a mobile phone or a computer, but could you make one?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Or
you could
even-
if you know
even
what the
tell me-
chipsets
Could you tell
do.
me exactly what the name of each component is in order? Do you know what I'm
Right.
saying? You just it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
beyond. Sometimes it's beyond comprehension, unless obviously you're in that field of tech and you make telephones and you've done
So
it for 20 years.
Do you,
Do you know what I'm saying? And then it's learned, isn't it? But anybody else,
yeah.
not a clue.
But so do you do some software as well?
Yeah, I
So
can.
do you know
I
how
can
to
do, I
program?
can do a bit of coding and software. I'm pretty tech savvy in that. Like,
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Because the reason I ask you this is because I knew someone that did low-level programming, and I mean
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
not the kind of programming that is being done now.
Yeah.
Because everything falls to pieces, because it doesn't really work as well as it used to. So the
Mhm.
kind of programming this guy did, we're not friends anymore. I knew him for 41 years, but really, really clever guy. And old git, but he said something to me, and he said the programming that the younger generation are doing is nothing compared to what he was doing prior to the 90s.
Oh yeah,
And it
kids
is
are making
so
kids are like
that-
kids recording
No, I just-
games and
let
doing
me
all
just
sorts
finish,
of stuff. making
let me
apps
just
and all
finish
sorts
that
now.
one little thing that I'm going to say. I'm just going to finish this one little thing I'm going to say. So he wrote C++, low-level programming, and he did it in such a way that he could reuse any of the programming that he did for many different applications.
Arduino.
If that makes sense to you. If
Yeah,
you've done
the Arduino
programming,
board's
you
like
know
that.
what I'm talking about.
Arduino board. You can mix and match
Right.
and use the Arduino board for many different functions.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. But they're not doing that anymore. Right? They're not really programming. These programmers now don't know how to program.
Yeah, a lot of it now is just cut and paste, pretty much, is what they do.
Basically. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I wanted to say.
Anyway, yeah.
So up on the screen, I have a simple electromagnet. It's the basis of what that guy is working on. So what happens? I'm not sure. I'd have to check it out. But when you get more coils and more power, you get a bigger field. Now, what he's showing is actually pulsing, but what you could do is almost the same thing, is having one of the connections coming off and on a constant basis, randomly, or even by hand, and just interrupting the
I
pulse.
see it's
Hi, Steve Arnold. Good to see you. What's that
Yeah.
you got there, Sab?
I am listening, by the way.
Go
Sorry,
on,
it's just
go on,
Saab's
go on
showing me
Google.
something.
Go on, do me a favour and Google that for me, please. Warner Electric WR220 24 volt DC.
Oh,
Just
That's
Google
good.
that for me.
this is how we work.
For me. Just Google that for me. 'cause
What?
I took this out-
Okay, you got to repeat that then, and really slowly.
Sorry, the Sterlift that I took apart today.
Can I
had
take
one
a
of these.
picture? Let me get my phone. I'm going to take a picture.
I'll do it, but you
I've
got
gotta
to say
take
it
a
really
picture.
slowly.
Hang on a minute.
Warner?
I've got to take a
You
picture
see it,
now.
Warner Electric.
Warner,
W
hold on. Warner, Electric.
Don't move it. Don't move it. Don't move it.
Okay, I got Warner Electric,
WR
All right, I've taken a picture.
WR.
I'll go and have a
220.
look. See.
Hold on. Shh, quiet, Manel. WR
Sorry.
220
220
24 volt DC.
24 volt.
It
DC.
is a magnetic brake. So once you put electricity into it, it becomes a magnetic brake, and it's very strong. 1 Newton.
How far away from
Wow.
that can you have it affect a
The
compass?
pole, the
Hold it up
pole of
again.
the end of the motor pole that sticks out of the other end of the drive side. You get what I'm saying? One side's the drive side on the motor, and the other side's just where the bar sticks out. This sits on the back end where the bar sticks out, and it's a brake. It's a magnetic brake,
Okay.
an electric conducted magnetic brake. Exactly the same principle as what we're talking about right now.
Excellent. Plug that in.
Wow.
Sterlift.
Plug it in and see how far away it affects the magnetic field. Because my idea of using a magnetic field means that I need range. We need to cover a range of about 2 meters, right? So either by extra coils or by extra power, we have to be able to cover that range, that area, right? Because we have to be able to affect
You're a
our entire
serious
biofield.
technician, aren't you?
See?
Yeah, tell me how far away it affects. Hi, Dolly.
I
A
don't know.
magnetic field.
I
For a wind
I haven't
turbine,
been
right,
able, I
Steve?
haven't been able to get the motor off yet. I'm still halfway through taking it all apart, and I need
Okay.
I need a bigger Allen key that I haven't got, and my friend's sorting it out for me tomorrow. So until then, I can't mess about with everything. But I've got
Yeah.
I've got a bag of circuit boards and wires and connectors and you know what I mean, all that sort of stuff. And I've got all
Yeah.
the chassis and all the rest of it put to one side.
Hmm.
And I'm basically just breaking it like you would break a car and sell the bits and
Yeah.
pieces. on eBay. That's what I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
with it.
Yeah, these electromagnetic fields seem to
Good
be
stuff.
the best way to go because we could use like the other options are really bad. EMPs really bad. Signal jammers are really bad because they run on 2.45 gigahertz. That's damaging to your cells. We have to work with like low level magnetic fields like this. You know, I don't know if that's the only way, but it's the only way that my mind can think of at the moment. Hi, Queen Peachy. Good to see you. Max is awesome, sleeping beside me here.
Oh, Max. I know
Yeah.
my Tintin is just coming, meow, you want some food? But I wanted to say something that we don't realise that when we screw a screw into a bit of wood, we're actually dealing with electromagnetism.
Yeah.
Just looking at some of the diagrams.
Only if the wood's got moisture. Yeah, only if the wood's got moisture in it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I get
As a
that.
as a conductivity, because obviously them bits of iron that are wrapped around the copper are conductive.
Mhm.
So if the wood is completely dry, which
But
isn't very often unless it's kiln dried, but the wood has to have moisture into it already.
Okay, but I
we're-
wasn't actually. I know what you're saying, but what I was saying was to realise what a screw, the potential of the screw, the potential.
Yeah,
what a
right now
screw
we're
can
looking at
do.
the increasing Gauss energy. This is
Right.
you can see the
Right
windings.
there it is.
So
I have to go and
when
feed
you-
my cat. He's hammering
So
me
yeah,
right now.
the
I'll be
more
back in-
windings seems to be the increased Gauss energy you're going to have. So his idea of having 100 windings, that's got some potential behind it to increase the magnetic field. Interesting.
Yeah, well, the amplifier, this is what I was saying earlier as well. It's an amplification model as well, this, because like in the what I was referring to with the microwave transformer, you put into the transformer 240 volts or 110 volts, depending on which country you're in, and that amplifies it up to 2000 or up to 5000 volts.
Hmm.
So, and that is literally, if you look at transformers, they're literally just a casing of aluminium with copper or aluminium windings in them inside.
Yeah,
of them.
over an insulated material.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think there's any electronics I haven't taken apart. I've been looking into making solar panels from TV screens.
What about from LEDs? That's supposed to be one of the best ways.
You can do that as
Efficient,
well.
yeah.
And most bulbs, when you think about this in logic,
Was this
you
done?
put electric into it,
1987.
they emit light. So if you put light into it, it should emit electric.
It should, yeah. I've got a video of a guy who made a tablet that's pretty much, it can power a car with LEDs.
Yeah, it's a two-way system on the LEDs, yeah. But you have to have the resistor LEDs, not the flimsy ones. They're like a chunk of metal on the inside of the plastic LED. It's like, and they're just short of touching each other on the inside of the LED. Hence, the arc of the electric going through the LED produces the light. And Tesla was a genius indeed, and I've looked into so much research on Tesla. I really have, honestly. I can sit here and talk to you all week about Tesla. I really can, honestly. I love him.
Well,
Ready
this
for a TV. Oh, stop it all. Okay, I haven't had a smoke in a week, man. Stop making me jealous.
So this is interesting. This is a document that I just received, but I haven't read any of, so I'm not really sure what's in it.
The beginnings of a science neural network.
Yeah, the beginnings of a science neural network can be tracked back to ancient times, but the modern forms of this subject began with the work of McCulloch in Pitts in 1943. They were the first to show that the Boolean operations could be performed using neural elements modeled after living neurons. A great deal of work has followed and continues, with acceleration to this day. Hundreds of workers in the US and equivalent numbers in Europe, and many hundreds more in Japan and the rest of the world, are currently active in the field. Various agencies of government in the US, including DARPA, have begun to fund neural network research at low levels. Industrial companies have begun working on the subject using internal funds. Workers in many companies have formed spontaneous neural net groups to meet during lunch times and off hours to discuss and do research on neural networks. Not as part of company business, at many universities, students have formed seminar groups on neural networks to hear invited speakers and to discuss their own research ideas, hoping that they will have the opportunity and the financial support to pursue PhD research in neural nets. Under the leadership of Stephen Grossberg in the US, Tuovo Koen in Finland, and Sunichi Amiri in Japan, the International Neural Network Society was formed in the spring of 1987. Their journal, Neural Networks, has just appeared, Volume 1, in 1988. So this is a rather old document. Hundreds of papers were presented in oral and poster session. Approximately 2,000 people attended. An IEEE conference, we love those people, on neural information processing systems, neural and synthetic, was held in November 8th to 12th, 1987 in Denver, with about 750 attendees. It was an excellent scientific meeting. The IEEE Second International Conference on Neural Networks will be held during July 1988 in San Diego. And the first conference of the International Neural Network Society, INNS, will be held in Boston on September 6th to 10th, 1988. 6 of the IEEE societies are co-sponsors of the INNS. Financial support has come from the National Science Foundation, DARPA, and many other governmental agencies. They anticipated that it will be well attended and will be a fine technical success.
You mean basically it's funded by the taxpayers?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's move on a little bit more. Okay, so they're
Well, technically,
plotting
exactly.
themselves. Let's see. Structure of the study. Let's see. Okay. List of illustrations.
It's so nice of them to use our money for their projects.
Acknowledgements. Pat ourselves on the back here. Okay. So the neural study is sponsored by the Tactical Technology Office of the U.S. Defense Advanced Research, DARPA. Was conducted under the auspices of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Lincoln's Laboratory, from October 1987 through February 1988. Its formal objectives were several, to identify potential applications for neural networks in Department of Defense, DoD systems, to determine the current neural networks technology base, to identify technology requirements, and to identify DoD program plans for the next 5 years. Structure of the study began on, here we go. Objectives. In order to achieve the objectives of the DARPA network study in second with terms of reference, 5 working panels mandated to conduct the activities of the studies, each which with a chairman, laboratory of scientists as associate, in addition, blah, blah, blah. Panel 1, intelligence systems. Status of expectations. Later informally renamed technology assessment. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, where do we get to your in-depth study of neural participation.
Hey, Isabel. Hello.
Oh, let's take a look at this. Hey, Isabella. Let's get to the meat of this. Massachusetts. So we got some people. Panel 4. Okay, let's get to their figures. So intelligence system status and expectations and adaptive knowledge processing, simulation emulation and tools and techniques, systems applications. Okay, that's their departments. Oh, they've got a lot behind this. Okay. Have to read that sideways. Oh, steering. Okay. Panels. Neural networks. Technical report. Here we go. Assessment of neural network technology. System applications. Survey of some 77 applications of neural networks encountered during the study, as well as more in-depth description of 11 of them. So they're talking about brain-machine interfaces here, and the 77 applications that they've found. Let's see where else we go here.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. That is a lot. And this is back in 1988 or 89, somewhere around
And I
there.
reckon that's only what they've disclosed as well.
Yeah. Okay, what do we have?
Because we all know they like to keep things secret.
Okay. Overview of study findings. That's what we're interested in. Brief review of the study's efforts and conclusions are presented below for those seeking somewhat of more cohesive, albeit highly synoptic picture, although because of the field of neural networks is new, not at the moment, it's over 30 years old. It's technology terminology unfamiliar. Okay. Why did DARPA choose to conduct technical studies?
Hang on.
The study determined.
So in there it says there hang on, let me read that bit again. What tools did the study conclude are presently available to implement neural networks? That means that they already had some.
Yeah, they had them on laboratory basis at the point. Yeah.
Yeah, to compare to, yeah.
Yeah, all this technology is usable and confirmed. It does exist. This is not conjecture at all, any of it.
Not speculation, yeah.
No.
What are the studies concluded?
The only speculation is how pervasive and widespread it is at the moment.
Yeah.
Wild neural networks. Let's see.
Yeah, because have you heard about the new system of fungal networks that they're using on circuit boards because they're far more efficient at actually mapping out a circuit board? So they're literally, and they say, I've heard this previously as well in a video, basically saying that maybe within 50 years, we could actually have fungus circuit boards that actually they connect a lot better. They find a better neural network pathway on the circuit board, etc., etc. So it would be a mix of like technology and fungus all in one. Now that's a bit crazy to think about as well.
They can make, there are frequencies they can transmit that will actually grow fungus.
Yeah,
I've been targeted with that. I woke up one morning and my ear was covered with fuzz.
Wow.
Yeah. It took hydrogen peroxide. Water wouldn't get rid of it. It took hydrogen peroxide to get rid of it.
Well, you've made my ear itch now.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that that was what it was, is they were experimenting with some of their fungus growth. And yeah, my ear was just covered with a complete white fuzz. It was bizarre.
That's very strange.
Yeah.
Trees have right. So Steve just said trees have fungal networks. Technically, our whole planet is one massive fungal network. Apparently, it runs across the globe. Fungus was here before pretty much most other stuff as well. So when you think about this, fungus was the dominant species of the planet before mammals and animals and fish and all the rest of it took over.
Yeah, I think they happened at the same time, but yeah, there would have been there would have been fungus and a bunch of the gods and other weird creatures.
Yeah.
But yeah, there wouldn't have been no plants then either, eh? That'd be weird. So I often postulate this at the beginning of our like existence on this planet. The only thing really available to eat would have been each other or fungus.
Yep.
You know, that would have been it. Or the planet itself, you know, you could chomp down on Mother Earth maybe.
It's also said that if we didn't have fungus on the planet, none of us would be here.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't make it, you know. What else would there?
It's intertwined into everything. Trees, plants, oak trees, beech trees. What else?
Yeah, biggest life form on the planet is fungus.
They're all without it, the trees wouldn't even survive as well because it's all part of their network.
They communicate through that.
Yeah.
Right, Desert Road.
And Kitty just pointed out something else as well, like what happens to us when we die? Fungus and bacteria and viral programming. It all gets to us. So we are food to fungus. We are genuinely food to them. So they're when you think about that on the what do they call it, the food scale? What was it there? You know, like we're predatory scale, whatever. I don't know which way you want to put this, but technically speaking, fungus is the dominant across the globe. Because it eats everything. Eventually, everything turned back into fungus, bacterial, and viral. That's crazy. Ow! Oh, just whack my knee on the door handle.
Oh, here we go. So, neural networks are not so much programmed as they are trained with data.
Yeah.
And this is very much like us being used as antenna.
Yeah.
What happens there is the passageways, like for the information, the data, and the energy, get trained into your body. That's why you get specific problems with overload, like teeth. Some people be thyroid, kidney. You know, some organ or another will be affected, and when you train that area, not you yourself, but the electricity and the signal trains that area as a passageway for the data and the signals, that area receives the most damage. And that seems to be the way that goes.
Welcome in off the hook.
Yeah, so we're trained with the data, thus believe that the use of neural networks can relieve today's computer programmers of a significant portion of their present programming load. Moreover, neural networks are said to improve with experience. The more data they are fed, the more accurate or complete their response. So neural networks are naturally massively parallel. This suggests they should be able to make decisions at high speed and be fault tolerant. So once you train the body to accept the data, it just becomes more conducive to it. It builds a pathway, is basically what he's saying there. That's sick. That's okay. So here you go. Figure 2.2 illustrates the sort of biological neurons which can be influenced the development of artificial and computational neural networks. The neural structure shown here is generic, a lowly for existence, as well as other aquatic creatures. Has neural cell structures identical to that of human beings, although the manner in which the leech neurons are connected to each other is much simpler than man's. Okay, so they have less connections, that's all. The soma, or nerve cell, which is the large round central body of the neuron, is anywhere from 5 to 10 microns in diameter. The axon is attached to the soma and is electrically active, producing the pulse, which is emitted by the neuron. So they're going to interact with that in the axon. The electrically passive dendrites receive inputs from other neurons by means of a specialized contact. This is the synapse, which occurs where the dendrites of two different nerve cells meet. So here we can go. There's the dendrites, the axon, and the synapse where the two have met. Okay. The synapse is the tissue connecting neurons, and it is capable of changing a dendrite's local potential in positive or negative directions. So all they're talking about doing is flipping from positive to negative. Note that these transmissions occur in very large numbers, but since they are chemical, they occur fairly slowly. Well, I could argue with that. But anyways, the human cerebral cortex, for instance, is comprised of approximately 100 billion neurons, each having roughly 1,000 dendrites that form some 100 billion to the 14th power synapses. Given that this system operates at about 100 hertz, it functions at some 10 billion to the 10/16th interconnections per second. It weighs approximately 3 pounds, covers 15 square meters, so describing the human brain. This capability is clearly beyond anything which can be reconstructed or modeled. Not at the moment. This is 30 years ago, or 40 years ago. Impossible to understand how the brain performs information processing, and is hoped that this understanding can be modeled and ultimately implemented in hardware. Well, they're pretty close to that. They did the human mapping 20 years after this document was written. And it shows really how they understood what they were doing a long time ago, how they pre-planned this. I'm done with this document. It's kind of, oh, hey, Manly. There you go. Sorry, Manel, didn't see you there.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if they've shown up
I'm
because
a
I put them
patient
on.
girl.
I put them through the StreamYard chat, but I don't know if they've popped up. But I've put some links up in there about the antennae using our DNA.
Let's see. Let me go to. Is it in private chat?
No,
Where'd you put
normal.
it? In regular chat?
Regular.
Let's see.
Hang on. There's one.
Oh,
Of
I
them.
have to go to YouTube. Hold on.
There's one of them in private chat. Hang on, I'll go back to them. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I can go back to them. Don't worry.
Saab, I'll be looking for you, mate.
That sounds very ominous.
No, not that way. Oh,
You
come on.
don't do
you
that
know
off the hook.
that.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll
Is Albie
copy,
here? Hi, Mr. Obvious.
I'll copy the search result that I did as well. Like, I've obviously, I just basically put is our DNA an antennae? That's what I put.
See what
And
you've
I think
got
there's-
here.
I did it about a week ago, so and it does collaborate with everything that we've been saying, talking about, and whatnot. There is actual evidence for these, the way that they do it, and all the rest of it. It explains it in great detail in these videos down here on that search link on the second post that I've just put in the private. But there's lots of different, there's lots of different videos on this, and basically one of the ways that they did it was to take a strand of our DNA to ground it on one end with some sort of like connector that clamps it onto a ground plate, and then they pass an electric current through it, and it does indeed show up as a conducting antennae and emitter. So it's both. It's not just an antenna.
Mm,
We emit as
Wow.
well. So yeah,
obviously.
yeah, big time. What
Yeah.
you're talking about is real, and they've been studying it for many years as well.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, they want to use our genetic material to freaking, but they want to turn us into computers, shall we say, to simplify.
Conductors. They want to use us as conductors, so we're basically part of
But
a
we
neural
already are.
network,
We
which
are.
is-
We are. We've
Yeah.
always. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We always have been. But they want to
Yeah,
make us into something synthetic, which we're all connected. Everything is
Yeah.
connected.
Of course we are,
Literally.
yeah. That falls into
Right.
quantum physics, quantum entanglement. We're all connected. Every one of us are connected, one way or another.
Exactly. Exactly. So,
Okay.
And they
hi.
can't even
It's
explain
really
it. They
good to
can't-
meet you. I'm going to come and find you, though. No, I'd like to see some of your stuff. So, what was it? Subs? What was your channel called? Subs.
Yeah, I'll
It
go-
was up there
I'll-
a moment ago.
Hang on, I'll go
Just
and
tell me
post
the
my-
name.
I'll show you now.
Oh, you
Yeah.
put a good link. I like this guy. Hold on. Where is he here?
to Anton.
I'd be interested to see what this guy has to say. I can't listen to it, but he's a pretty interesting guy there. Scotty's Tech Info. I'm sub to him. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff posted lately.
Oh, Scotty's Tech, yeah, he's pretty interesting. He's one of the
Yeah,
links
we
that I
are
put.
an antenna.
Yeah, is your
A
DNA and
receiver and
EMF antenna.
Expansive. Yeah,
you go,
definitely.
yeah.
Really, really
I'd
good.
be interested. I can't
private
listen to the video, but I'll watch it later and see what he has to say because he's a very interesting guy, very knowledgeable. So
Is it just
I am.
me, or do you plug holes, you know, where you put your plug in to get your power? They all look really scared. They make them look like, oh my God.
yeah, they look like they're very upset. Yeah, they could do
My
it with a
cat's all
smile. They could
happy
do
'cause
it
he
with a
just had a
smiley
load of
face,
food.
but they've got it with a frowny
But they
face.
made it sad. I
Yeah.
know. What is that?
Yeah, I don't
Why
know.
did
They
they
could
do
have. They could
that?
have done it the other way. They could have.
They could have made it smiley instead of sad or freaked out or whatever. Ugh, so bizarre.
Let's see what Scotty. Oh, we missed something there.
I need to make
Go
a
back.
smoke, so I'm just listening for.
So DNA is a fractal antenna in electromagnetic fields. International Journal of Radiation and Biology. So there you go. Scotty's Tech agrees with us.
There we have it.
Oh yeah,
Indeed, indeed.
This is where he goes. I watched this video. This is where he goes into actually how it's a fractal antennae and what makes it fractal. And he goes into, and the only reason I know this, as you well know, is because I do fractal wood burning. So as soon as he went, oh, is this a fractal antennae? Basically, it's several antennae that are all connected to the same piece. He goes into it and it says, obviously, it's not just as simple as that, because you have to break down and distinguish. You have to have at the bottom there where that dark orange bit is, that has to have the computation to be able to decipher each frequency or weight, etc., etc. But he said basically a fractal antennae is free. He goes in to show it here. Free antennas that are connected together, so you get like a short wave, a medium wave, and a long wave signal, and you can pick up all three on that fractal antennae. So basically, our DNA is a fractal antennae. It has many different antennae into it, and our DNA has the coding into it to be able to decipher each signal. Yes.
Yeah, our bodies seem to sort that whole shit
There
out
you go.
for them.
There you go. See, there's the free. I told you I watched it already. I've been digging into this, Max. You know me.
So-
I get into it.
Stop.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you a question, mate.
we build the perfect pathways for them. Parascience, there's a link if you want to come up and chat about it. If this is a subject
That's me.
you're really into.
Yeah,
That's me.
parasites.
That's me. This is me. That's
You'll-
me.
you'll
Parascience,
probably knock us
investigation
off
is me. Sorry, what was the question?
So, I I think that oh god, I've forgotten what I was going to ask now, but
Oh, it can't have been that important then.
no, it really is important. It's so important. And if we don't get to grips with our power, our energy, and realize what we can actually do with it, they're gonna freaking use us for whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what
And
I mean?
that's why they keep us dumbed down. That's why they don't teach us about all of this in
Right.
schools. That's why they don't make us
Exactly.
aware of all of this as well. So we're dumb to it.
Exactly.
We're not
That's-
aware of this.
That's
But
why
then
we've
there's
got to make
us.
we've got to make so much content
That's
about
why
this
we
stuff.
come.
And if you're not
That's why we
aware of
come
the
together.
situation,
Exactly.
if you're not aware of the situation, then you have no way of combating the situation or no way of blocking it or
Right.
interfering with their actions. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying there? Yeah.
I think I'd like to
Mm.
turn it around.
I'm
I'd like
definitely
to
with
take
you on
what
that.
they're doing
Exactly.
because
why
they're
we're
using
all
it
doing
damaging.
Yeah.
You know, they're damaging us with what they're doing. Instead, they could
Yes.
actually work on improving us in our lives with what they're doing, and they're not.
So
You know,
I like to call them the Borg because they don't know how to utilize the energy properly.
yeah. You know, they don't tell
And
us
it's
to
not a
ground.
lie.
They don't tell us to ground.
Exactly.
Like they could probably come up with a device or something in our clothing or whatever, you know, that would keep us grounded properly, that would have us, you know, even if we agreed to say be used as these VPNs and private networks, well, okay, let's do
Mhm.
it, but let's do it so it's healthy. Let's do it so it's a benefit instead of a
Mhm.
detriment. You know,
Yeah.
let's work on
Mhm.
that because I know
Yeah.
you can. You know, like
Mhm.
that's my rant.
Definitely.
About
So,
that.
and
But
this is where I
ask-
wanted to. It wasn't really so much as a question as it was a statement, and that I feel that we are already
Close.
able to do this without any kind of technology to connect.
Sorry. Let me interrupt. Sorry. Pause this bit. Read this bit. Go back to the beginning of this bit where it's talking about the effortless. Yeah. Go to this bit. This is very interesting. This bit he's talking about right now.
Is this the
very
quantum
This bit.
entanglement?
Yeah. No. It's not quantum entanglement. He's basically
Oh,
explaining.
no. Okay.
how-
Okay. No, the
Watch,
image
watch.
looked like quantum.
Watch. This is our DNA, right? So basically,
entanglement.
this is our DNA,
So a
right?
fractal
It's a
glob-
it's a
globule.
fractal globule. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
it
not
has some
globules,
interesting
though.
characteristics. Apparently,
You would think that all of that was just intertwined and all like a ball of wool. In fact, you can pull out a
Mhm.
little bit of that green bit and it will all pull out in one strand effortlessly. Same with
Yeah.
every other color as well, like every single bit. But it's all connected, don't get me
Mhm.
wrong, right? Yeah. But each
Uh-huh.
one, that if you
Mhm.
just pull the end where your mouse is there on the end of that pink bit, if you just pulled that end of that pink bit there, it would all come out in one single line with effortlessly. So this has been, I mean, look how
Right.
complicated. Do you know what I'm saying? But what
Mm.
creator made that? Think about this for a minute. What creator made that? That is, look at it. That's ingenious.
yeah,
Each one of them colours is an antennae of the DNA. It's part of our DNA, and it's an
Right.
antennae. Part of it is an antenna.
Right.
Each colour.
and it's
And each
effortlessly
Mhm.
receptive to their
In the
signal.
middle of the board, all connected. But if you pull
They
each
may
colour
not have it
separately-
in the right. They may not have portrayed it as it actually is, but
Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then we should go through it now. What I've just said there, you'll explain more in detail.
No, I get what you were saying there. Totally.
See, actually effortlessly uncoil, and
Yeah.
it's not tangled.
Coils,
Yeah.
right.
It's not actually tangled the way it looks as though it is.
What-
But this makes sense if you
What is
DNA
that
it goes
knot?
crazy.
What's the knot that they say that can't be undone? Where's
The
there's a
Gordian
name.
knot. The Gordian knot. I
Right.
think it's
Well,
called. Yeah.
but that's what they're talking about there. That's the
Fractal
conscious
globule.
knot.
In each one of those cells, every single cell that you've got, there's one of them in there. Think about that.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
a fractal antenna.
Well, I'm glad
Each
that
one.
he's caught on to this and putting it out because he's a solutions guy, right? So it'd be good to have him on this as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What
You
happened
know
to
what?
the other guy that was going to come up? There was someone else.
Oh, he
That
didn't
was
say
gonna
he was
come
going
up.
to come up. I just
You
offered.
throw me a bone,
Oh,
Max.
okay.
You throw me a bone, Max, and
I
I'll
defeat
chew on
man.
it.
They're all happy. My thinking all laying down, listening to us jabbering here now. He's all happy. He's
Excellent.
got a full tummy.
Yes, Mr. Obvious. I can't talk too much about this, but I'm very, very, very well versed in this field that you're talking about right now. But I'm in England, and it is not legal.
Hi.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
just
Here we
say
go.
I
We
become a
shall be-
gorilla in the summertime. Here we go. Here's what I'm talking
You
about
don't
when I
have to
said
be
Yeah,
a
the
scientist though.
Very
to
fun.
work
Yeah.
this out.
This is
The microwave
this is
tunneling.
yeah,
That sucks.
there
The
you go.
microwave is exactly the size it needs to be to tunnel into your DNA. Which,
And
Mm.
he also points out, if you notice what shape that is, a gold pyramid probe. Have you noticed this and what's coming out at the end of it? And
Yeah.
that's the only way that
Yeah.
they can do this is with that pyramid
Mm.
structure. Tick tock, ding ding ding.
Yeah,
alarm
right.
in the head.
Yeah, lots of ding dings. Very ding ding ding.
DNA is
Wow.
stored in a fractal ball depending on its configuration.
So
Yeah.
it
It
makes
might
you
be
think of why the
conductive or
pyramids
non-conductive.
are the shape that they are all over the world.
Because they knew
Mm.
it already. Yeah, they knew this. They knew of this already.
Exactly.
So if you can
Exactly.
think about this, if you can build a pyramid that big on that scale, and many of them across the globe, you can affect every life form on the planet. You can change its DNA.
Right.
You can alter it. You can code it. You can tweak it. You can do whatever you want. You put the information into that
Definitely.
pyramid. That pyramid will emit
Mm.
that information, and that information will spread around the world. Think
Yeah, I
about
wonder
it.
if I had a question the other day. If we tore down all the pyramids in my mind, if we tore down all the pyramids, would the human DNA fall apart or change?
Exactly that. Exactly that. That's one of the
Ooh.
questions. Are the pyramids actually
Right.
keeping us
So
all here?
these things
Are
were
the
built
pyramids
for a
part of
reason.
creation? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're made
Yes.
to limit or
Absolutely.
expand our DNA.
Have you heard about the dark
Expand.
pyramid?
Because if you
Have you
look
heard
at
about the dark?
the
on, sorry.
Bosnians, sorry. No,
Yeah,
please.
there's the Bosnian pyramid that aren't really talked about that much. There's the Alaskan
I know.
pyramid under
Mm.
Alaska.
But there's
under the mountains
water
of
in
Alaska.
them that people, yeah.
And it's
There's
dark.
people
It's
that-
actually dark blocks that it's got, and it's still got its cap. And we're actually in conjunction, apparently,
Right.
with aliens that are still there, and we're actually in conjunction using it and utilizing the technology
Yeah.
from it as well.
But we don't even know that we are. We don't know that we are. This is organic science. It's
Mhm.
Yeah, I've
organic
gathered
science.
together a bunch of copper to make a copper pyramid. I'm going to suspend
Nice.
it from my ceiling. Going to make
I've
it
got a
18
copper
inches,
pyramid.
so
I haven't.
I'm going to make it
No,
a
mine's
cubit.
8 foot by 8 foot by
Okay.
8 foot.
Yeah, I'm trying to
But I
work in
haven't actually
resonance of a
Opened
cubit.
it up yet. Yeah, no, it's a big bastard of a pyramid. It's a big one.
Awesome.
Mm.
So I can sit underneath it and
They're in the
you
Amazon
know,
jungle as well.
lay
They found one in the
down.
Amazon.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're all over the planet.
I
There's some in
know, but I
Siberia as
bought
well.
one. I had to buy one. It cost me like nearly 300 quid.
Oh,
And
wow.
one of these days, I'm going to shove it out in the garden. I'm going to lay down underneath it.
Post me a link to what it looks like or something.
It's a 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot. So I can literally, I'm only
it made
5'4", so
What's it
I
made
can
of?
lay down in it. Copper
Okay.
Ooh.
Copper sheets, copper
tubing,
copper tubing.
copper
Okay.
tubing with a copper cap, and it's got a sphere with different types of metals in it, and then it's got crystals that go along that hang off the poles. So it's got like the connectors that go onto each corner to hold it all together. But it's an 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot. So I can literally, I'm a 5'4" woman, and I can sit in it and
Yeah.
maybe even stand in it. So
Yeah, the overpopulation, Mr. Obvious, total bunk. At one point, the entire planet
yeah,
was
we're not
completely covered.
overpopulated.
The planet was
We're
completely covered at
underpopulated.
one time with life, from the North Pole to the South Pole, and we were just farming and shit. No.
Yeah.
No. You can fit everybody into Texas. Hi, Philharmonic. Good to see you. And lack of resources, total bullshit too. We've only scratched the surface of the planet, barely scratched the surface.
Yeah.
So give me a break.
Exactly. So if you fly across, you know, whatever shape it is, I think it's a big potato, but anyway,
Yeah.
if you fly
Okay.
across it, you're going to find so much land where there's nobody. It's just wild. It's nature.
Oh yeah,
Animals.
Russia's empty, Canada's empty, the U.S. is empty. The only place that's really full is
Right.
Europe. That's the only place
Even
that's
Britain is
actually full.
empty.
Yeah,
Seriously,
yeah.
come and have a look at Britain. There's loads of
Yeah.
empty space here too.
Yeah,
It's a load of bollocks. Excuse my French.
yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. No, you can say it.
Thank you. But yeah, I've got this big pyramid and I really want to take it out of its packaging so that I can actually enjoy it, because I know from what I've experienced just holding, and I've got pyramids that are in a stone form,
Yeah,
you know, different crystals, and what they do for you, just holding a crystal, when you know what it is and you understand what all these different stones do and the energy that they hold, when you put it into shape, it's just phenomenal, the energy that comes off of these things. Just amazing.
Here's one for you. So, throughout my life, I've always been known to be very, very energetic, a very out there kind of person, always on my toes, always doing something, always full of beans, always getting up early. Oh, do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Well,
even if I smoke and all the rest of it, it sends me on one even more. It doesn't put me in this, like, do you know what I'm saying? Right, now, this makes a lot of sense later on in my years of life, because literally when I was a kid, and I'm not joking when I say this is no exaggeration, this is no fucking lie, genuinely, I'll tell you straight. I collected rocks, I collected crystals, and it was, I don't know what it was, but I was enthralled by it all, like, yeah. And I had literally every type of crystal, and I got to learn them all. So amethyst, all the quartz, all the different quartzes, all you know what I mean, all the different semi-precious stones, all of it.
My mummy was the same, actually. She taught me a lot.
I still have loads of crystals around me all the time. Like, I do genuinely have crystals all around me all the time.
Nice.
Everyone in my life asks me, why you like this? I've never known anybody like you, Seth. You're always switched on. You're always tuned in. You're always doing something. You're always thinking. You're always on your toes. Why is that? I think because I collect
the ones
that
that
crystals.
ooh, I don't like you.
Yeah. I had a big table of them in my bedroom, like, no joke. Honestly, I had a big box full of them when I moved.
But you will get the ones that can't take
Hi,
it.
Jojo.
You're going to get the ones that can't take it, and they don't comprehend. They are stuck in this paradigm of just, I've got to make money. I have to buy this. I have to buy that.
No, see, I'm much more clear. I'm much more clear in my head than that. I've never really been a chaser of money. All I've ever wanted is good health and a long life, a good family. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all I've ever really wanted as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's sad.
There's some great comments, by the way.
Be different.
Excellent.
Live a different life. Be a different person. That's the way
it served me well.
Exactly.
It has really. It served me well. I've got some good friends. I've got good people. You know what I mean? It's like, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded. You know, like the concept of karma you put out, or the concept of the universe. You ask the universe. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever you put out there comes back to you threefold, so to speak. Honestly, it's worked for me so much through my life. Genuinely, I help people when I can do. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Desert Rose says it well. Knowledge of the properties in crystals. Absolutely. It's so, and the metals as well. So, you know, I mean,
Pyrite.
Yeah, the metals, and I mean copper and brass and all, they're not, people say, "Ooh, they're not precious metals." Well, actually they are. And if you look at the old buildings, all the handle, the walkways,
Right.
all the handles
So-
were all brass and copper.
So you've just touched on
Did you
another
know
subject. I delved into
there
this a
were
few months.
no,
Yeah.
these are antimicrobial metals, all of these things, and all the old buildings had these metals. All the balustrades were copper and brass, and there was very little sickness. Now everything's stainless steel and aluminium and, really dirty metals.
Mhm.
Yeah. Here's one
And
for you. So
why are people so sick? Why are they so sick? Because they are mining the metals, and they're using them in huge quantities that make us,
saturating it.
they're not vibratory in a positive way.
Yeah, the saturation
Not
us with
women,
it as well.
many women
All around us, yeah.
electricians. Yeah. Copper is
Well,
a noble metal. Yes.
So if you go down to London, right, England,
Yes.
not
I was
Texas.
born in London.
for you Americans, not Texas, London, London, UK. there are actually six little churches around London that you can go into, and they are acoustic. They're literally made as acoustic vibrational buildings. You go in there, and this is what I believe most churchy kind of buildings and all the rest of it as well. They were resonance buildings. So think about
They were
organ
healers.
room.
They were healing centers.
Yeah,
This is why
So
they removed all the organs from those buildings.
Exactly that. And then they put the electric ones in there, didn't they? Choirs. Think about the impact
Right.
of a choir singing like that. Them voices, them high pitches, them low pitches, all of it all together. And as it's
They weren't
vibrating, around
churches.
that building,
They were not
it's
churches. They were
creating-
healing centers.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
actually had a pipe
exactly,
organ in my
yes,
church
that's
when
what-
I was
yeah.
young.
And
You
if you
could
look
feel
into
the
it as
Fools
well,
and tools. I love you, fools and tools.
each of these little buildings produce a resonance field in each one of them that is
Yes.
different. Like on a chandelier plate, and I've done this on here as well. Like, yeah, I've shown people about this.
Yeah.
When you put certain frequencies for a speaker, you put a plate on top, and then you put the salt or whatever. on top of that. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
And
not laughing at you.
You can see certain patterns that come out with the certain frequencies and
Right.
resonances that you put into it. These buildings do exactly
Yes.
the same thing. So they're actually
they were healing.
creating-
They were
Yes.
energetic centers.
Exactly. yes.
Resonance centers. Yeah. For
Hmm,
everyone
very
to
interesting,
come.
that.
It wasn't. So, I mean, yes, it was to come and sing and all that stuff, but it wasn't to go, "Ooh, my Lord, kumbaya." It wasn't about that. It was about coming together to heal the whole of your families, the whole what is it? The city, the village, the thing
Okay.
where everybody is. Heal everything with sound, resonance,
Yeah.
beauty. This is what. Look at these buildings that they're building. They're disgusting.
Oh, you don't like cubes?
They are not.
What's your problem?
I don't like a cube. Mm. There's a difference between a cube and a die. The die is the game of chance, and that is
Well,
when you play.
they've taken. We used to build in pyramids and triangles, and now we just build in cubes, right? notice that? Notice that?
Well said. Well said. Absolutely. There's happy angles and there's sad angles. The happy angles are conical, round, they're oblique, they are pyramidical, spherical, But when you go to the cube, that is an unhappy angle.
And
No
another
wonder
relation
everyone
on
is
that one.
depressed.
Another relation on that one is in
Mhm.
astrology, 90-degree angles are bad. And the like the 30-degree angles, 33, those other angles, those are good. So there's
Mhm.
another interrelation there, that the softer or the sharper angles, other than the like the 90-degree angle,
They're the
much more
30 angle.
contiguous with our existence. I was an
Right.
Iron Week 33 years ago.
Well, I mean, that why do you think the egg is such a great shape? Why does it, when you put an egg in your hand, why is it such a good shape? Why does it feel so good? Because it's a healthy, it's a happy shape. And that's why the pyramid is a happy shape. Just saying.
Yep. Just catching up to chat here.
Bless you.
Yeah.
I love being with you lot.
I'm posting what I've been researching. I'll tell you what. This is I'll just post I'll copy that search link that I did, and then you can go and do that little search
Sab.
yourself.
Is it Sab's Workshop?
Yeah.
Just Sab, yeah.
Sab's Workshop.
No, just Sab.
I'll find you.
Sab. No, Parascience Investigations. That's what you want to look for. That's my channel.
Oh,
That's my
what?
channel.
What's it called?
That's my channel. Parascience Investigations. I'm in chat there.
Parascience.
I've got two channels. Yeah, I've got two
No.
channels.
Oh, no. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'll find you properly. But so
Parascience
when
Investigations.
when I come into a live, I can't see the chat, so I only see what's up on the screen, because I literally I can only concentrate on either the chat or I'm in the live. So
I'll put it in private.
what
chat
was
for
it
you.
called again?
I'll put it in private chat for you. It's this one.
No, just tell me again. Look, just tell me again.
There you go. Follow that link in private.
You didn't listen. I can't look at any of the chat when I'm
Oh,
on
none
this
of the chat,
stupid
okay.
tablet. Sorry.
Yeah,
Para.
Manel is technically
What is it called? Para?
deficient.
Parascience.
Yeah, this tablet is deficient. Terribly deficient.
Parascience. all one word.
Parascience.
Investigations.
Parascience investigation. Right,
Which is
I'll find you.
basically the name of it basically means I'm into my paranormal stuff. I like to give it a scientific kind of view, and I'm investigating it all.
Excellent. Good stuff. I like that.
like that, Mr. Obvious.
Parascience investigations. All right.
All right,
Right,
Dolly.
well, listen.
Much love.
I love you all. I'm going to have to bugger off, and I'm going to go and find you. I'm going to say,
Well, thanks for coming up. man.
buenas noches. And I love you very, very much.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you all.
Tutela.
Namaste.
Hold on, I'm rolling a smoke here. Got some hash I wanted to smoke.
But I haven't posted anything on my Parascience for a couple of weeks, to be honest. I've been busy with the house and family
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, family comes first with me. Do you know what I mean? Before all this.
I wanted to post more. I was going to come on Wednesday, but I didn't.
I know I've been waiting for you. It was like last week. I was genuinely waiting for you, and then the last one you did was like I was.
There
falling
was-
asleep, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I had a really cool, fun thing to talk about. If I can find it here, there we go.
But yeah,
But yeah, I've been working on electromagnets at the moment, so and other things. So yeah, I didn't get to it.
them electromagnets that I've just shown you, these ones, hang on, them ones, they're not cheap
Yeah.
as well. Actually, they're quite expensive to buy them. So
Yeah, I gotta take a bigger look into the windings and voltage that we're using
Yeah.
and stuff. Where am I here?
well, that can
Where did
take
I
quite
go?
a lot of weight on that, and it's only 24 volt. Well, that tells you something. Imagine if you had like 2,000 volts running through something like that. Imagine how strong that would be.
Well, then you're kind of getting up into the EMP section.
Oh. Oh.
I don't want to. No, you don't want to do that. No, that's not
Why
good for you.
Oh,
That's
come
not.
on.
No, it's not good for your cells.
Oh, come
No, I
on.
thought of that. Like I thought of going. You can get signal jammers. They're illegal, but you can get them, and they
I mean,
run
what-
on 2.45 gigahertz, so they'll
What's the
block the
worst that
signal
can
for sure.
happen? Spontaneously combust or
Yeah.
turn into dust?
You might, because you've got your signals going in and then theirs too. I don't think I'd be down for that, Sab. No, signal jammers and EMPs, they're just going to be damaging. Maybe in an emergency situation or something, but no, I really wouldn't. No. That's why just a electromagnet is a much gentler technology than an EMP.
Where's my gingerous boy? If you've just been rubbing up against my legs, I'm presuming he wants the love. Yeah.
So I don't know if you've heard of Skyborg. Have you heard of Skyborg?
Skyborg? No.
Oh,
No.
well, Skyborg's wonderful. Valkyrie success may push Skyborg drone concept to other programs, Kratos says.
I've heard of the Valkyrie, but not the Skyborg.
Okay, well, Skyborg was the previous system. Now,
Wow.
the XQ-50A Valkyrie demonstrates long range, high subsonic unmanned air vehicle completed its inaugural flight March 5th, 2019.
Wow.
Okay.
Farnborough, I know where that is, yeah.
Okay, so what we're looking at,
Whoa, hang on,
is-
stop. So about 4 years ago, we had something that flew over the top of us and it went past like a sonic boom. I am not joking you. On the
did you even
South
see anything? I bet you saw nothing.
Coast, nothing at all. But
Yeah.
what you heard was like a
We had that happen today. A jet went overhead and we couldn't
It
see
was serious sonic boom as it went past. You felt it, like it was like a mini kind of like fractional earthquake, so to speak. Like it shook the house.
it. Yeah.
John, that was about 4 years ago. I'll never forget it. Maybe that
Oh,
has something
geez.
to do. That has something to do with this.
It could very well. These things, like they've got cloaking technology now. They can put a skin on that thing and it'll just absorb all light, so it'll just disappear. And except for the sound of them, that they can. Well, if they start bringing out the better technology, right? They're working at this in increments. So right now, the Valkyrie is, you've heard of the Lavender system. That's what they're using right now in Gaza to target Hamas. So they're using drone systems like these and smaller drones with weapon systems to go in and do the dirty work. So they fly one of these things overhead with blanketed neural net, right? Blanketed nanotech all over the area, so they can detect everything. They can get all their graphene-based sensors. I've shown you guys the graphene-based sensor technology, the internal and the external. So with the external technology, they can map an area and the people in that, detect their heartbeat, what other technology is being used in that place, and based on that, they decide whether or not to send in a kill drone.
So that's how close Farnborough is from me.
Say that again?
That's how close Farnborough is from me. It's an hour's drive.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense. If they were doing this an hour away drive from me, wouldn't it just make sense?
Yeah.
That's literally pretty much over the top of my head. That. Wow.
Yeah, it's probably, you know what? It's probably over all our heads, and we just don't know it. You had one fly it in at a low level, but imagine if it's high altitude. You wouldn't see or hear it at all. And these things are autonomous. They make their own decisions. They do have one holdback is the before a kill, a person has to okay it. But how long will it be before they get rid of that?
Autonomous. Anything on site. Make your own judgment. How long until it takes? How long until Skynet?
Yeah. Skyborg, you know. Well, Skyborg's gone. They're moving that system out. They've got a much better system. I'm sure they're just saving the name Skynet for later.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So Skyborg will likely be wound down, and the capabilities it has proven will be fed into the new system for the Air Force in the near future, Hero said, possibly within a year. The future is here, he said. Skyborg program has progressed to a place where things that they've learned from it will almost assuredly be applied in a future and morphed program. What they have learned will definitely inform the follow-on programs to Skyborg. The Air Force in recent months has intensified its focus on teaming autonomous unmanned aircraft up with piloted fighters, with Secretary Frank Kendall calling it one of his top priorities. Kendall said he envisions teams of about 5 autonomous drones with what the Air Force now refers to as collaborative combat aircraft. Flying along F-35.
Yeah, what have I just said? Autonomous fucking drone. What have I just said?
So you're going to have like a whole bunch of drones flying around with the an F-16. It's crazy.
Oh, I mean, I was only joking, but then you read it all out, and I'm like, nope, what I've just said is real.
Yep, it's real. It's already done. Already there. They're just advancing the technology.
Oh my god, I'm too clued up with this crap.
Yeah, it's where they're at is way past where they're letting anybody know. Like they're putting out the documents, but you know it's not being put out in mainstream. It's not being talked about. It's not being shared.
Oh.
You know.
I don't know. Okay. Got a new subscriber, Richard. New subscriber, Steve.
Oh, right on.
Thank you.
So I just wanted you guys to see the next generation of systems, of kill systems that are becoming available for the U.S. and world military. They're already testing out their systems in Israel there. This is the first time they've implemented that. They implemented the active denial system in the Gulf War. Remember when all the people ran away from all their equipment? Everybody abandoned their tanks and stuff and ran away. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
Yeah. That's because they used an active denial system on it. Basically, they cooked their skin.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the low end. That's the low end brute force technology. They're working on right now the much more defined, refined, and targeted technology, as well as working on getting into our brains. But
so would that be a mix of radiation and electromagnetic?
What do you mean, the targeting system?
The weaponized system part of it.
it relies on multiple layers. It actually uses social media, biometrics,
Wow.
area. It uses known associates as well. Like it goes deep into, like, if it's targeting like a specific person, if they've got the name of that person, they'll go into their contacts. It'll go into their social media. It'll go into their brainwaves, their heartbeat, their patterns and habits, and try and map them out and make sure that it's got the right target. So it actually does really try and do its job. The problem is that its job is to kill people. You know, but it uses multiple levels of surveillance to target. It's so the more you put on Facebook and stuff like that, the better it is for the drones. We're feeding it right here.
Sorry, that's me tapping on the keyboard. Yeah, energize, beam me up, Scotty. It's basically on that. So, on all of this principle basis, and I've said this many, many times previously as well, Star Trek was like a precursor to the technology that we're going to have.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Oh, well, a lot of it anyway.
Well, yeah, Star Trek
Yeah.
is like a Disney version, you know.
Yeah,
Well, no,
yeah.
not really. A fairy tale version of what they're,
But
you know.
automatic doors, LCD.
Well, instant lobotomies, you know,
Scanning
those are
devices.
possible now. Instant
Yeah.
lobotomy, dropping you in the street,
Yeah,
knocking
Well-
the oxygen off of your hemoglobin, so you just basically asphyxiate on the spot.
Yeah. There's a
They
lot
could
of-
irradiate you
There's a
and
lot
give
of
you
stuff
like turbo
in there that I've
turbo flu.
true. I want to make the teleportation.
With the 5G steering beam technology now, they can give you turbo cancers, tumors, affect whatever organ they want. Rewriting your brain. Now, I don't know how far they've gotten on that. Like a lobotomy is easy. You just overheat the brain and make a bunch of jello. But rewriting the brain, that's where we were getting into the connections in that last document about crossing the neurons and how it does the voltage change from positive to negative. So if they can interfere in that with a graphene oxide particle, which they can manipulate, right? Then they can start manipulating the memories on and off. They can start possibly changing the memories. They can start if they can set up a neural net throughout the brain, then what they can do is they can start rewriting memories. So, you know, Star Trek is kind of a fantasy fairy tale place where everybody's nice and this technology hasn't gone insanely wrong.
Yeah. But on the basis of the creation, the concept of them technologies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of it has come true, hasn't it? So,
Yeah. Yep. Like a tricorder. We've gone way past a
yeah,
tricorder.
scanning devices, yeah, all that sort of stuff. That's
Yeah.
what I mean by the scanning devices, yeah.
Yeah. Now all they have to do is put nanotech on the ground and they can tell you what's under the ground. They probably know where every piece of gold on the planet is. at this point.
Radar as well. Radar
Yeah.
was a thing, you know, like when they went to a planet and they scanned the planet to see what was on the planet. That
Yeah.
was basically the radar, and now they've actually got the radar.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why they found all those pyramids under South America
Exactly.
and all those villages.
Yeah,
That
and
entire place was terraformed by human beings. Like
yeah.
there wasn't one spot of it that was left.
Right, so I've had this. I don't mean to get a bit deep here, but I feel that something's going to happen soon, and I've been feeling this for the past year. When I say soon, I don't mean like in the next few weeks or whatever. I mean I can't put a finger on it, but I've got this overwhelming feeling something big's going to go down this next year or two. I don't know what it is exactly. Can't put my finger on it, but I don't know. Just be prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're coming up to here you go, crazy stuff. We're coming up to Crazy Town soon. They haven't got okay. We're not in that bad of a we're in a bad situation, but it's not unsavable. They haven't gotten to a point where they can rewrite our brains.
I can feel it, Richard. Seriously, I can feel it. It is.
If they were there, they would have done it already. I don't think they've gotten to the point where they can give us lobotomies en masse. Probably would have done it already. So these technologies, although they work in the laboratory, the wide scale, and you think of what they're trying to implement, coming up with an H1N1, right? Okay. So they're telling us we got to go in and get the stuff for the H1N1. That tells me that they haven't been able to succeed with what they want with chemtrails, food, and other things. So they're still not where they want to be. At least that's a positive. So if we can get the information out and get people talking about it, and we can get maybe it stopped would be nice, or solutions. That's my goal. That's my hope.
Yeah.
You know.
And what better way to feed people information and make it sound as though it's true when you've confused people to a point where people are so confused they don't know what is real and not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they can bring in a new narrative. They can bring in, like I was saying there, with the Mandela effect. It's done to us on purpose. Like these little things are done to us on purpose, just to send your head a little bit west, to make you feel as though you're a little bit crazy. But I remember it being this. But no, it was this. But no, I remember it being this. And my brother remembers it being this. And my dad remembers it being this. And everybody else that I know remembers it being that. But this new generation are telling us it was never that. And you're putting out all these pictures, and you know what I mean. You've changed the narrative. So why are you doing that to us?
So anyway, I do have some in my mind hope, because they're not where they want to be. Not to.
Don't get me wrong.
They do have us in a prison.
I'm not panicking, Max, and I'll tell you why. Because, like you just said, I know there's hope, and I feel also that I'm part of this group, like yourself, like various other people, and we have collected together, and we do gravitate towards each other because we're like-minded, and it's going to be us that are the logical thinkers and represent all the true, let's say, the light bearers. We're going to be there to guide the people through the chaos. That's what we're here for. That's probably one of the reasons why we're here and why we have this brain, the way it's wired. Serious. I believe that, yeah. So in that note, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's not all going to end, and we're a very resilient species as well. So there's going to be breakaways. There's going to be people who form together, and we're going to be the ones that guide the rest of the people through the chaos.
Yeah, I agree. What was that? Tupac? Tupac tribute. Okay. That's what Queen Peachy posted. I'm not up on the Tupac thingy, so it's yeah. That kind of pisses me off that pilots get paid to dump that stuff on us.
And they're not going to say no because it's loads of extra money in the pocket.
Yeah, and that sucks.
And if you pay somebody enough, they're going to keep quiet about it as well.
Yeah, and do they even know what it is? Do they even do they care?
No, we don't. We're just gonna put some extra on your plane. Don't worry about it. It's all approved and that. It's all
just weather testing. We're in the seats.
Have a look at this. Have a look at this massive book on what we've got from the government to prove it's all okay. They're not going to read that, are they?
Right. Exactly. you get an extra $200 per flight.
No,
You're
not
gonna do
200. They'll get a lot more than that. They'll be getting a few grand, won't they? Think about it.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll think a pilot's going to be on decent money anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
So a couple of grand for a pilot's nothing. It's pennies. It's nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, yeah, there's an extra 20 grand in your back pocket for this flight. They're not going to say anything. Sign this piece of paper. If you ever say anything, you're going to disappear. Simples.
Yeah, if they knew what they were doing, if people knew what was going on, that's I think that it's always the key, right? Knowledge is always the key. People
But they
just
do,
don't know.
though. They put it out there. They pushed it all in our faces publicly.
Yeah, but you know,
Then-
okay,
Be like, yeah.
this is new for me, right? Finding out that we're being used for an antenna, and I'm not a quiet person. Like when I find out something like this, I just blurt it out, you know. So I'll walk into a room and I'll say, you know, they're fucking using us as an antenna. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I do at work.
And
And
my
you
wife
get-
looks
you
at me like I'm
get-
crazy.
I've gotten like one or two reactions out of people. Either they're like, "Really?
What?
Yeah, I could see them doing that," or they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"No
You're a
fucking
madman.
way! You're full of
You're a
shit.
crazy
No
man."
way they're goddamn using me as a goddamn antenna." You know,
Yeah.
it's like one or two reactions. You know, either they're just like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I could see them doing that." Fucking assholes. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, people, people don't know. They just don't know. I don't have a clue. I didn't have a clue until a month ago I was being used as an antenna. I just thought I was being, harassed because of too much electricity in there from their stupid systems.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, there you go. I did a bit of research and did a bit more digging on that for you, and there's a wealth of information out there for you for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It just has to be shared and talked about a lot more. That's all.
People like ourselves who actually go off and do the research and find the truth about it.
Yeah. And you know what? Since all of us, like together, you guys talk about it out there, we talk about it here, other people, and you know what? It is getting traction.
Mm-hmm.
Even on the bigger channels. Like it was about 2 weeks after I started pushing it. And I guess, there's got to be others, thousands of us out there pushing this information out there. And because it's made its way to the bigger channels. It's made it to like Greg Reese, InfoWars, all kinds of places in Australia. I know Australia is really bad because they don't even allow them to have EMF meters there. They're illegal.
I reckon we should contact the Wi-Files and all the rest of them people.
Well, everybody should be ramming this information out like hard and fast because really everything else is a distraction. That's the prison.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
You should be ramming it in there hard and sorry.
But yeah, because that really everything else is pretty much a distraction. The elections, the cutting off the fuel, the ramming boats into shit. It's all to keep you distracted. And I think that this is what they're trying to keep us distracted from, the actual prison that's set up around us already.
Yeah. I could go into that as well.
Oh yeah, the grid they've set up, the 5G grid. Have you seen the little towers they've set up?
Well, not just that. I mean, I'm
Fuck.
talking predating. I'm talking thousands of years ago. There was already a net set up around this planet.
Oh, I know that I've done a couple of shows on the Faches. Have you seen those? The Faches is almost exactly, it's a microwave weapon. So the Roman Faches, do you know what that is?
No,
That bundle of sticks with an axe head?
no.
Oh, hold on. Show you this. Here.
Enlighten
This
me.
pisses me off.
Enlighten me. See, I don't know everything. And if I don't know something, I'll admit not knowing it as well.
let's go right to it. George Washington.
I'm not one of them people who just go along with saying, "Oh yeah." I learned that lesson many years ago. Because when people call you out on it, you look like a dick. So no,
There
if
we
you don't
go.
know it, just admit you don't know it. Then
Let's find a good image.
I like to take the purple pill.
There you go. Where is
Don't worry, I've not got my camera on.
There we go. That's a good one.
I'm live on YouTube, but I've not got my
That's not
camera
a good one. That one. Okay, that'll do. So there's an ancient Roman symbol of what they describe as a bunch of arrows with an axe head attached to it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Here's a statue of George Washington with what is referred to as a fasces. And that is what that bundle of arrows is, with an axe head attached to it.
Uh-huh.
And if you take the components of that and analyze them, the internal workings of a microwave is called a magnetron. And what a magnetron is a bunch of circular openings in a shaft with an iron rod going down the middle.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you see those circular shafts they have all in a row around in a circle. Well, you put an iron rod down that, and then beside him he's got a scroll case, and you know what a capacitor is.
Yeah.
Where you can store thousands of volts of energy in a rolled up piece of metal.
Yeah, even when the device is turned off, never touch a capacitor because you'll still get a shock off it.
Yeah. So basically, what they've had, the Roman fasces symbol, has been around since 2000 or 1000 BC.
Right.
So they knew about the microwave 1000 BC.
Probably a lot longer then, really, because that's
Yeah.
passed down information. Then,
Yeah, that's passed down information. Yeah.
Hereditary information. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is basically microwave technology on the large scale. Like, from the macro, we've taken it down to the micro scale.
Right. So.
But imagine this weapon. You could take this weapon and a few of those scroll. They have these behind him. There's a 3-foot tall scroll case. Can you imagine how much power that's got in?
Even advanced civilizations in previous advanced.
Oh, definitely.
Is because, right, now think of this concept, and the reason I believe in it so much, and the reason that they've got so good and so far with it and all the rest of it, is because they didn't have the same social construct as what we do now. As in, we are occupied most of the time now. Most people are occupied to go and work, to go and earn a living, to pay bills, to do this, to do that, and all the rest of it. Now, if you removed that, and you had all the time in the world, you had all your lifetime to study this sort of, like Tesla, like all these other great thinkers and all the rest of it, and you didn't have that confusion of life, right? Just to keep surviving every day, to pay your bills, to worry about this, to worry about that, to, not getting ill and all the rest of this stuff that goes on in our lives now. If you removed all of that and you just said to someone, here you go and do what you want to do and explore. Oh, by the way, here's a bunch of information. Here's a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, knowledge and all the rest of it.
Oh no! When you get too clever, we take you to war.
Yeah, well, that as well, like, or we'll just steal it all from you and pretend that you never had it in the first place and we did it.
Yeah. Hi, Robert.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
Yeah. They always keep us occupied, keep us distracted.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can't, if we start to get too smart, they take us to war. Where they get rid of the brightest, rid of the brightest and bravest, right?
Hi, Milky Way Soul Tribe. How are you doing? Welcome to the live.
Wow.
Is it Robert? Hi, Robert.
I do love showing that that image of George Washington.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah. So these people, like you think about things like the plague, all of these. What did they give the Indians? Right? Did they give them?
Syphilis.
Yeah. Did they give them infected
Oh.
blankets, or did they fire off one of these at the village?
Maybe.
You know.
Yeah, because when you think about it, it took so long on the ship to get there. It doesn't make sense, does it, when you think about it? If they were all ill and they were all suffering from these conditions and whatnot, you wouldn't have made the journey.
Probably not. No.
If you had syphilis back then days, there was no cure for it. There was no. You wouldn't.
And
have survived.
they claim syphilis is a virus, and viruses can only, apparently, by their theory, live on things for a few hours.
Yeah.
So
you have to be.
I don't know.
You have to be physically.
Oh, was it
connected.
measles blankets? Okay.
Measles
Whatever,
blanket.
right? It's like, to me at this point, it's like, yeah, whatever, right? Because, okay, do you want me to show you the corona transmission system?
Yeah, go on.
Hold on, let's see if we've got that up here. Let's look for corona. Do I have the corona document up? There we are. Corona, a coordinate routing system for nano networks. Isn't that interesting? We got Corona last 4 years ago there. Interesting.
Isn't that
And this
just
is a
name?
coordinate routing system that they
Isn't that a Latin name for the head?
crowned. Corona head, top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So isn't it interesting that they have a Corona nano network? And we are being experimented on for nanotech and nano networks. And suddenly we got Corona. Here, let me
Overhead.
share that document with you guys. It's a fun one to have a read through.
Yeah, go on, let's have a brief.
So you said before they tell you. They do tell you.
That's what I was saying. It's all out there. They tell you right in your face and then just go, well, you know, we told you.
So the present paper introduces a joint coordinate and routing system, Corona. And we know we're being used as antenna. So they're routing things through us, through this Corona system. And geez, we got Corona, which can be deployed dynamically, which means ad hoc, which means on the fly. So somebody can use it through a phone or other device. User selected modes are used as an anchor points at the setup phase. All nodes then measure their distances from these anchors, obtaining a sense of geolocation. At operation phase, the routing employs an optimal subset of anchors selected by the sender of a packet. Corona requires minimal setup, overhead, and simple integrated based calculations only. Once deployed, it operates efficiently, yielding a very low packet retransmission and interference rate, promoting energy efficient and medium multiplexity. So this, okay. So routing system, right, means that they're going to be putting data through it, but it's also part targeting. It does a lot of things. So you guys should just have a read through this. Some of the interesting parts. I love the diagrams in some of these things. They do actually show you sometimes what they're doing. That's the keyhole, I think. A lot of it's complicated math that you don't really need to worry about. But the main thing to understand is that Corona came to you when Corona came to you. So they deployed this, and we got this. If you're understanding what I'm saying.
Yeah, I never suffered with it when it went. But I didn't take
Next,
part.
they're going to bring out the H1N1 system.
Yeah, I didn't take part in it. I
No,
I'm not joking when I say it. I knew straight away. I knew
Oh,
before
yeah,
it happened.
yeah.
I said something was going to happen. I went off my head. I went all around all my family and everyone. I told them all my friends. I lost friends and everything as well from this. But I went around and I was like, no, don't believe it. Don't believe it. And lo and behold, 2-3 years later, and they're all saying, oh, you were right. No, I didn't get an apology from anybody, even though they all called me crazy and they all disowned me and stuff like this. Like, they
Wished you
told me,
dead, tell you to die in the streets without medical care.
honestly.
Yeah. Right.
But because I knew different, I was the crazy one.
Oh, there's another good document. There's another one. Hold on.
But not anymore, apparently. Apparently now I'm the switched on one now.
So HEHB MAC hybrid pooling MAC protocol for W bands operated by human energy harvesting. Isn't that wonderful? So they're going to get you to well, I don't know if this would be better or worse for us.
Why has it got no name manuscript number at the top there? It will be inserted by the editor.
I don't know.
So it's kind of like, well, it's documented, but it's not legitimately documented out there.
Yeah, well, that's like we've all got what is it called? Every government has their biodigital convergence program, but they're all not linked to our government, except they fund them.
Oh, because they're not linked to them at all, sure.
Yeah.
It's like going into a library and saying, what book have you got on secrets? And they point to a book and there's nothing on the cover. It's just a blank cover on the front, but you open it up and it's got all the information you've ever needed to know. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. But if you walk through the library, you wouldn't notice that book because there's nothing written on the cover of it. So it's in plain sight, but hidden in plain sight. Yeah.
Yeah. So this whole thing has been going on for thousands of years. They probably back in the day before they ended up with just the Faches. They probably got that from Atlantean technology. God knows what they had because they were doing crazy shit.
You want to get into all that? Go and have a look at Brightside channel.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy, his name is, and he's gone start raving bonkers about going on about the Atlanteans and whatnot, and that they were real, and that there's a big massive circle in the Sahara Desert, and it's 3 concentric rings. And it's
the Reshat structure.
Yeah, it's quite close to the sea as well, so it actually does make sense.
Well, I think at the time there was an inland sea, is the theory so far.
Yeah.
And that it basically washed out during like a cataclysm.
Well, the Earth's always changing its axis.
Yeah.
So you think about it over the thousands of years, and the Earth changing its axis, obviously, axes even, sorry. Then obviously it makes sense that we're in a different position now. So the water's changed position, the land's changed, forests, everything's changed position. Think about it. Even here in England, where I live on the south coast, there's loads. We've actually got just up the road here. Actually, we've got an Asda, like a Walmart. Well, Asda's owned by Walmart anyway, really. So it's a Walmart basically. But they've got a prehistoric. They've got footprints, dinosaur footprints, and all the rest of it, or outside the Asda, outside the shop. And they've got a big thing about it as well. You can look for it. St. Leonard's on Sea, the prehistoric path of St. Leonard's on Sea. Go and have a look at it, honestly. So, and when you look at like Dover and the coastline of England, right? You know the White Cliffs of Dover. Yeah. Now, when you look into that, it basically says that it was all turned upside down. Look at it. It literally turned the whole where the tectonic plate shifted like that, and then you went like that. It literally lifted that whole bit over, pushed it over, and carried on a little bit more. That's what separates us. That's why we've got the English Channel now. Think about it.
Yeah. Well, they dig right through giants to get to the dinosaurs, in my opinion.
It does not does not overwhelm my head to think that there were giants. Think about this. If there was dinosaurs,
Oh, there were definitely. Even they've documented it. It's documented. Sloths were 18 feet tall back 12,000 years ago.
Insects were all massive. Everything was
So,
massive.
yeah.
But why wouldn't humanoids be massive as well?
Don't give me that garbage.
Obviously.
Bunch of garbage. Yeah.
Of course. That just makes perfect logical sense. I mean, we just stayed the same size while everything grew massive. Yeah, all right. Behave yourself.
Sure. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, of course. And then everything just shrunk back down to our size again. No, it was the oxidization in the air and all the nutrients. Everything. It was a different climate. It was.
I think it was pressure, air pressure.
It was a different atmosphere altogether.
Much thicker, much denser.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
Yeah, they want to pick this time as the climate and say this is how the climate should be. But the climate's constantly changed. It's never been the same. There were plants in Antarctica. So how are you saying that this is the climate that the world should be? If at one time there were plants growing in Antarctica. How does that make any sense?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, you've got there's a big landmass still there. That's like a forestry area. It's still blooming now.
Oh, did you see what they did in Dubai with their they were trying weather manipulation? They wanted to make it rain.
Oh yeah, with the 1 mile strip that they're trying to build? Have you seen that? What's it called?
Oh yeah, but they made it rain and they can't make it stop raining now.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Everywhere's flooded. They're going mad about it. Like, all the high rise and the thing about that thing is in Dubai where they've done that is none of the infrastructure was prepared for that flooding.
No, they didn't have any drainage of any sort.
Because they're so used to it being so arid and dry.
Yeah.
So, and then they've brought that in and they've gone, do you know what? We'll do a bit of this. We can't stop it. Oh, shit. What have we done? Oh, dear.
Yeah, they might have set up a permanent weather pattern for them, or at least for a few months or something, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. These people are so freaking stupid. Like, they attacked Texas when Trump went there for his, whatever that debate, blah, blah thing, right? So they hammered Texas with ice nucleating particles. Well, up until now, still, we're having weather fluctuations from that they probably didn't expect, because they're so stupid. They just do these things and think, oh, I'm going to do this here, and they know it'll affect things other places, but they always think, I can get away with it, right?
The butterfly effect.
I can get away with it. It's okay. I'll just do this, and it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's never okay.
Do you know, you've just triggered something in my head there. Maybe that's why they taught in my school. They taught us this, and I don't know if most other people must have heard this theory that if a butterfly flaps its wings in Japan, it can cause a tornado in Texas.
Yeah, the butterfly effect. A butterfly flaps in North America, causes a tsunami in Japan. Yeah, exactly. Watch this.
Why did they teach us that? Why did they put that into our heads? Think about it.
Yeah, well, if we can figure out why, because it's true, Well, you can't affect one thing without affecting another. It's a complete system. Right?
Yeah. But also, to put that into your head would be for me to put that in, to teach you that as a child, and for you to grow up with that as a child, then you just think to yourself, well, yeah, it's just the weather, this has happened here and that's happened there. But that covers their asses for doing what they're doing with the manipulation and etc. and etc. and etc. Because they'd be like, yeah, think about the storm that they had over, there's the Siberian storm that went over Russia. And it just literally covered everything. So the Sahara, it picked up all the sand. This storm picked up all the sand in the Sahara and dumped it over Siberia and Russia and whatnot. And they had a blanket of sand.
Yeah.
And it was like an orange sky for about 2 days as well. Yeah, go and research that. So
Yeah.
Oh, what
Yeah,
caused that?
they mess with these systems. I don't know if the same thing's going to be with the human brain too, right? Like, you know, they think they can tinker with it, but can they really? You know, I suppose with their laboratory it works, but does that actually translate to the large scale? I don't know.
Nature itself is much more stronger, and she'll just take over. She'll just sort it out. She'll wipe us out if she has to.
Yeah,
If we start
we've
messing
got
up
a
the next-
collective conscious
wipe
too.
us out.
That, you know, I don't know if they've taken into account that we're all connected. You know, like we've got a collective conscious as well. It's not just the individual. You know, like the individual can be extracted out and isolated, but you know they're still connected to the collective conscious. You know, so I don't know.
Should've
Yeah, should have never told me that. Good one, Indy. Good to see you.
Hello.
Let's see. Oh, fix the world. What's that? Oh no. Let's see if there's anything else I needed to wanted to show you guys. Oh, there's some. I've been looking into this too. This is an interesting one. It's called Graphene Stone Pro Shield Premium Conductive Shielding Paint. This might be interesting to look into because they are targeting graphene particles, right? So if you can get in between the signal and with graphene that they're trying to send at graphene, it should be conducted by this graphene paint and basically nullified because it won't do any of the movements they want to that it will do inside us, right? We're a big jello filled, water filled thing, so the graphene can flip and move around and they can change the orientation and the polarity on it. But if it's stuck in a wall, you can't change the polarity. Well, you can change the polarity of it, but you can't augment it and you can't use it as a sensor as well. In the human body, it'd have to be used as a sensor in the wall. So that does stop it from.
Is it edible?
Graphene, as far as I know, is not poisonous. So maybe.
Whoa, would it be?
No.
Would it be a concept?
Well, if you want your brain replaced with graphene particles, go right ahead. But
I mean, would it though?
I think that would just kind of hook you up to the system. That's pretty much what they're trying to do there. So I don't think I'd go for that.
Okay.
No.
Cancel that idea.
Yeah, I think so.
No, put the smoothie stuff away. No, put the smoothie stuff away.
I think that's everything. Well, what was that? Oh, yeah. Here we go. That was kind of cool, too. That this guy actually documented this. It's really cool. So, what we're looking at, let's see, where's the vault?
They started at 9:11 at night until 9:11 in the morning. You see the pulse
Where
going from the east
is where they're hitting
to the
us with
west
microwave.
coast. All right, boom. You see that? Those
You
are
hear that?
NexRad stations.
Mhm.
Each of
Yeah.
those towers are 750 kilowatts, pumping out between 2.7 to 2.9 gigahertz
Wow.
microwave range.
Wow.
Roughly the same frequency as your microwave oven, and it has the same cause and effect relationship. This was 12 hours long that they held this pulse while we slept. And look at all
Who
the
sleeps
other,
for 12 hours?
anomalies
Bastards.
that are happening here on the screen. Look at what's going on in Texas. All right, you see that big
Look at that.
blast? Looks like a giant laser, doesn't it?
No, it looks more fractal. It looks much more fractal.
Yeah, you can see it's spider webbing out.
Yeah, exactly right there where you just pointed. It looks like an electrical storm, fractal storm.
Yeah.
Sort of.
159. Doppler has.
So this is what they're doing to us.
Boom,
Now,
boom.
you
There it
consider
is.
The HARP station.
And then it comes off from
And
the
I got
spiral.
I got a reading of 72 on my meter the day he was talking about this,
Covers the microwave range.
which is enough to make
X-ray.
people sick.
All right. Now
So,
here's where
yeah.
it gets worse. On the 17th, the next day, here you go. Starts at 8:11 and goes until 9:11 in the morning. So they increased it another hour each day. So this is 13 hours. We're getting hit with these frequencies. All right.
Brutal.
You go to the
Brutal.
18th.
Like
They
being
start at
inside a microwave
7:11
while you
at
sleep.
night,
Mhm.
until 9:11 in the morning, increasing it to
Oh, you
4.
can't forward this? There we go.
The answer is yes.
Do you think that's why so many people are going crazy?
Yeah. Yep. It's,
Delusional. Look,
yep.
I mean, and I don't mean that offensively. I
No.
genuinely mean that. I mean,
Oh,
look,
no.
look at society. Look at society nowadays. Look at confused people. Like even the kids now.
I came up the day after we got hit pretty bad because I knew, well, there were people falling apart physically and emotionally around me.
Yeah, exactly. This. Look at the kids nowadays. They're
Yeah.
all so confused. They don't have a
Hi,
clue. what
Pod
they're
Joe.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah, the emotional support and the knowledge that you're being attacked, it does help. It helps your body, helps your mind. But yeah, the day after they did this, I came online because I knew that there was people out there that needed to share that they were experiencing stuff. Because I want them to know that it's not them. People get depressed, people get angry. Some people even like get to the point of suicide when they do this type of shit.
When we had the coup situation, I had a couple of days where I can't think exactly when it was. I should have documented it, to be fair, like, but I had a couple of days where I actually felt like I was going mad, I was going mental, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even I kept thinking to myself, this isn't you, Sab. You know, you're very log, you quick, you're on the ball here. This
Yeah.
isn't you. I literally had to go and box myself off in the workshop for a couple of days and keep myself away from everybody so they didn't think I was
Thank you, Richard.
yeah, seriously. And I felt it. It felt like the best way I can explain it was it felt like my head had popped on the inside and I was like, like that. Genuinely, I felt that.
Yeah.
Whether they've been doing this sort of stuff down here as well, like over here as well, I don't know.
It's what they're doing. Like, if we could get out from underneath all this crap they're doing, like, we don't even know what it feels like to be human anymore.
It was very psychological. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Trust me. For that 2 days, it was very psychological, and it was stressful, and it was very,
Yeah, they can. Okay, so even low tech from 50 years ago, they can target your emotional state through the wiring in your house, called the Lily Wave. They can specifically target memories, negative or positive memories in your brain, and trigger those.
Wow. Now you've just mentioned that for this past couple of weeks, I have genuinely had a flood of memories from when I was younger, and I don't know why.
That's why they do that.
Genuinely, and I've
they
been
record
questioning. I have genuinely been questioning that for the past 2 weeks as well. This past couple of weeks, I've had a flood, like every other hour, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Every 2 hours or so, and it's very vivid memories of when I was a kid as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Just lots of random stuff, like growing, and it feels, you know, I even compared it to myself, quizzing myself why are you doing this, Sam? Why do you just keep thinking about all this sort of stuff?
They're running through the program looking for triggers.
It was, and I kind of, the logic I put to it was, you know, when you die and you have that flash of your life goes through you, right? That's the kind of principle I put it onto. It was though, and it was like, oh, this past couple of weeks, it's calmed down this past couple of days. I haven't really had it, but this past couple of weeks,
they're probably cycling through your memories looking for triggers.
I look you in the eye when I tell you this. I shit you not. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Now you've just said that. That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they've had that technology for 50 years, man. They've been using it on us that long.
Take it easy, Queen.
Like, to be human, like, we're forward-looking creatures. We're not meant to spend our time sitting and thinking about the past unless we decide to. But you notice that these past memories and stuff, they're not something you sit down and you decide you're going to think on. They're
No.
just put in there.
Yeah,
They're forced into your brain.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not like bad memories or good. It's just
No.
a collaboration of memories. It's just
Yeah.
lots of different things. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it'll keep the brain busy, keep you awake when you're supposed to be sleeping. You know,
I have been struggling sleeping. I've not been getting as much sleep now.
yeah.
But it's made me this past couple of, like I said, I feel better this past couple of days, but I have made this kind of like conscious choice, and I've been doing juices and all the rest of it. I've been putting all goodness into my body and whatnot. Do you know what I'm saying? Yesterday, I made a vitality one yesterday, and it goes basically. I got
See that
mango
again?
ju- I got mango juice, super juicing, so
Nice.
making smoothies and all the rest of it. And this is the one I was drinking yesterday.
Yeah, it'll get you some good vites. Yeah.
That's what I put in. That's what I was drinking yesterday. And instead of the I added mango juice as the pulp, to pulp it up with. Like,
Yeah.
Instead of I put mango juice in there.
I've got to eat more apples. Apples give me so much energy.
But honestly, you get something like this, and this, it goes through all these different things of what it can help you with. It's got a list of like, it helps with essential for growing skin, color,
Right, Milky?
conversion of starchy foods, etc. Malnutrition, depression. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, anxiety. It covers. Here you go. Condition. Here we go. Drink yourself better. Acne, anemia, anxiety, arthritis, asthma, back pain, blood sugar problems, boils, bronchitis, bruising,
Yeah.
catarrh.
We need to do these things like every once in a while for our health because we're at war.
All natural.
All you're doing is repairing the damage that's been wrought upon you from war, basically.
Hey, it's a good book. This, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
If you want to start juicing and start making smoothies and all the rest of it to make yourself feel better and to actually like put all this goodness back into all the natural.
Now I'm craving apples and parsley.
Possibly right now. Another thing I got onto. I was reading this earlier on today. Where is it? Right. Anyway, I'm not going to spend ages trying to find it. Does everybody know Simon and Garfunkel, Scarborough Fair?
Yeah. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what that actually is?
Great spice. I use it.
When you use them together, right? And I didn't know this until today. Like, I'm reading through this. It actually goes on to say about. I'm going to find it. It's called Scarborough Fair as well. It's actually called Scarborough Fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you go. I found it. Scarborough Fair. There you go. Scarborough Fair. Look at this. So I was reading it earlier on, and I'm like, hang on, what do you mean Scarborough Fair?
So what's it do?
So just like the traditional folk song made famous by Simon and Garfunkel, this juice is the ideal combination of vital force and calming influences. It's gentle giant of the vitality juices, since it nourishes your body, the mind, and the spirit. As a bonus, it also enhances your memory, it's cleansing, and thanks to the sage and thyme, it's mildly antiseptic. So the vital statistics of this is it's super rich in vitamin A, carotenoids, vitamin C, folic acid, potassium, calcium, and small amounts of other B vitamins. The natural diuretic properties of the celery and parsley give the juice its cleansing properties, while the sage stimulates the liver function. The rosemary improves memory and concentration, and thyme is a good antiseptic. This is an ideal choice for those dark autumn winter months when you need help to get up and to get yourself activated and motivated. So it isn't just a song, it's a recipe. It's not just a song, it's a recipe.
Awesome.
How mental is that? I didn't realize that until today.
Didn't know that.
realize until
I have
today.
used that spice combination though because of the song actually, and I used it on chicken a lot.
There you go. Well, rosemary's really good on chicken.
Yeah.
And I teach the kids this as well. So rosemary is actually proven scientifically for its memory enhancing properties. So even just the smell, even just picking a bit. So it grows wild here loads of places, and I pick it loads of times, and I give it to the kids, and I say, rub it in your hands, rub it in your hands. If you want to remember something, think of it now, and rub that in your hands and smell it, and you'll remember it like that. And it's proven as well, scientifically proven, that rosemary is a memory enhancer. How good is that? Parsley is the calming side of it. The thyme is the antiseptic. So, yeah, putting all this sort of stuff into your body. Yeah, I was eating too much crap. My wife likes to just get takeaway stuff and all the rest of it. I don't eat takeaways, but she gets like microwave meals and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And yeah, I ended up down that slippery road down this past couple of months, like, and I've started eating stuff that she's been putting in the. I've got an allotment. I usually eat loads of stuff from my allotment, fresh grown, organic myself. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
And we had a bit of a mild summer last year, so nothing really grew. The potatoes, they were done for. They didn't even really grow that much last year. It was too wet for them. We just ended up with rotten potatoes throughout most of our fields, on the allotments, not just my allotment, but there's about 20 allotments around, all in the same spot. So it's one piece of big land that's split off into, do you know what I mean? Into allotments.
Ormus was originally discovered. Well, there's mufka cakes that was gold ormus that the Egyptians used, but ormus today was found by a farmer who's looking for why his soil was nutrient deficient, and that's why he discovered ormus recently. So if you put ormus in the soil, you can use sea salt ormus, not gold ormus, because gold ormus is just the one element. It'll add the nutrients back to the soil, and you get a complete food, as nutrient dense as the food was meant to be. But the gold mufka cakes in Egypt, I was ground down gold to white powder.
Monotonic gold.
Yeah. Which is very good for you.
Yeah, well, that's part of the
even gold is good for you. Colloidal. I take colloidal gold daily, pretty much.
Colloidal silver as well.
Yep.
Don't have too much of it though, you turn blue.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind turning blue. It wouldn't bother me. I don't care if that happens.
Papa Max.
Then I'll just make sure my hair goes white and I'll look like Papa Smurf, right?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Papa Max smell.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's the only negative side effect of taking colloidal silver.
Oh, I do that as well.
That is the only one possible.
I have a composting bin. At my back, so all my food stuff it gets put in the composting bin, and then I use that each year. I take all that and I put it on the allotment, and then I start a new one. Yeah, and I go and mulch it all, and I put I do that. Also, another good trick that I learned from one of the old guys. It's all old people over there. They're all in like the 60s and 70s on the allotment. I'm the youngest one there, and I'm 43.
Yeah.
But they don't have to teach you some good stuff as well. Because I live by the coast, I live by the sea. Seaweed and fish cuttings. So obviously I eat a lot of fish here, like, do you know what I mean? I do eat a lot. I have basically a Mediterranean pescatarian kind of diet, that sort of way, but more mixed up, I suppose. And obviously I get a lot of fish bones and all the rest of it. You get one of them 65-gallon drums, one of the big ones, yeah. and you half fill it with water, rainwater preferably, and then all your nettles or any greenery that you've cut off the allotment, put that in there.
Yeah.
And seaweed and fish sort of stuff, all your fish cuttings, all your heads, your tails, your bones, and all the rest of the stuff that you don't eat. Put all that in there and just let it stew for about 3 to 6 months. Honest to God, it is the most perfect solution. You just mix it up every week or so, like give it a good mix every week, and you just take a bucket full of that, you throw it on your veggies and your fruits and veggies. Oh my God, I've had such a good yield from fruit and veg from doing that. It's stupendous, brilliant.
I used to grow marijuana in fish emulsion. I used a hydroponic system, and all I used was fish emulsion.
Fish bones,
just ground up fish.
Yeah,
and it grows great. In the bears in North America, that's how the plants get their nutrients, is from the bears dragging salmon up onto the land, and the fish rot in the land, and they feed the soil. We don't even have natural earthworms in North America. They're all imported.
When I say allotment, Isabella, when I say allotment.
Oh, he's going crazy on us.
I'm in the UK. I have an allotment and I grow potatoes and tomatoes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it does work. Yeah, it's very good. Very good nutrient for the
There you go. You got your screen time, Max.
You drank a blue-green algae for your eyes. What? They tell us to stay away from the blue algae here in the waters. They say it can kill you.
You can drink that blue mushroom juice. That's good for you.
I've seen that, but I've not tried it.
Yeah, you take some like blue goji mushrooms and make a tea out of them.
I've seen it, not tried it.
Yeah. I don't know how much to drink or what, but you know. There you go. That's enough screen time for you.
Oh, we're doing cat cam.
Yeah. Have you got a cat? Okay, we'll get cat
6.
cam. Snake. Oh, 6.
They sleep all around me. Watch this. I just have
What do you use them to soak up all the radiation or what? That's what he's doing.
Look at them all come running. That means it's food time.
He's got a cat barrier. Is it snacky time? Say, give me some snacks, Daddy.
Look, they're all up. Where's the other ones? They're off and about because it's sunny actually. It's been sunny today, so they've all been. Oh, look, there's Prince. Hey, boy. Easy, boy.
They're everywhere.
There's the dog.
So it's the crazy cat man. Okay, got it.
I can talk cat. I get along with my cats so much. I am like serious. Yeah, I mean seriously, like nobody believes me as well, but I genuinely talk to my cats.
Yeah, we do too. We have direct communication.
It's mostly body language, to be fair, but I can actually like, and they do.
Well, I just get told what to do. I'm just ordered around. That's
yeah. They do that as well. Like, but I mean, they really love me. Seriously, so much love for me. These cats do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm part of the society. Let's say, I don't overstep my mark with them. They don't overstep the mark with me. Do you know what I'm saying? I give them lots of love and affection and all the rest of that sort of stuff. I only tell them off when they need to be. I don't get too violent with them or anything like that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's I'm very well in touch with animals. I don't know why. You can only take a sip once a week. Not bad, but it wasn't enjoyable. Like in June, Chess. Yeah. Do you know, I've seen that recently as well with the June, with the blue water thing. The blue freedom thing. Yeah, I've seen that. I've always had cats in my life. I've always had them. But yeah, look, this antennae, yeah, this DNA antennae stuff. I've been digging into this quite deep actually this week for you. Well, not for you, for myself personally, to be honest with you. But you put me onto it, so I thought I'd come along and share what I'd found.
Excellent.
I was itching to come and tell you what I'd found. I was, yeah. So literally for about 6 days now, I've been like, Max, come on, Max, where are you? I need to show you this.
We'll
What
be
I've
on
found.
again tomorrow.
The Darling method is high parallel, able to produce millions of nanostructures in one go. Look at that.
That's how they can spread them from the skies.
Mm.
Disgusting. Oh well.
I watched that as well. That Scotty's tech. You see where it says DNA does what? I watched that as well. It's showing you a lot of the same stuff that I get suggested here. So you must watch quite a lot of the same stuff that I watch.
I think so.
You look, honestly, half of that page there is pretty much what YouTube suggests me as well.
Yeah.
Fucking echo chambers that we're in, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, they do, Richard. I'm mind controlled completely.
I can tell you now, cats understand us. They totally understand us. I'm not joking. And yeah.
Yeah, they say that they can understand up to 2,000 words. So around that of a 2-year-old.
And I'm an old soul. I believe I'm an old soul. I do. I believe I am.
I think we're all old souls. Because all souls come from the one soul.
I don't know, I think there's a lot of NPCs out there as well.
I've wondered that. I don't know about that.
Mm-mm.
I have a hard time believing that myself. I think there's at least a spark of divinity in all. Because everything's made from the all, right? At least in my opinion.
So yeah, right. This touches on something that I've watched hours of this week actually, and it's a Spanish program. I can't get it in England unless I stream it. Well, back to
Using one of your fellow inmates as a VPN, are you?
No, it wasn't even on a VPN. I just found a nice little site that shares it.
Oh, okay.
But it's called 30 Coins. All right, I'll go and find it. Hang on.
Old souls don't learn better. 30 coins. Go on. Give us a little more.
Spanish television series. Oh my days, does it go into something rotten? I'm not joking you. Let me find the link for it. There we go. Wikipedia link for it. Copy clean link. Go over to the pop that in there. Post as plain text. There you go. 30 Coins. Go and have a look at that program. If you honestly, like we was just saying about the Divine Spark.
I don't watch programs or anything, so you'll have to tell me. I don't watch movies.
So
I don't watch programs.
It's basically about divine. It's about God and the devil, and it basically says that Judas was actually conned. He wasn't the bad man that you all think he was. He was actually
okay.
He was paid off, and Jesus actually enjoyed his suffering. Like the ego,
like a masochist.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a little bit. He actually enjoyed it because the suffering that he got brought him the attention that he needed. If you get my drift, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's various stuff because he was actually, he was Jesus and he was the Son of God, etc., so to speak. That's what they put it down as. But in the same sense, the devil and God are the same thing.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's not. There's no separation between them. And Lucifer himself goes into this when he explains it, and he's kind of like he's saying, "No. It's all the same. I don't know what you're on about. When you say God, you're looking at me. I am part of God. God's created. Yeah.
In a sense, yes.
I'm doing God. I'm
He's
doing
the
God's work.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah. And
antithesis, though.
I bring the pain and suffering, so you all know what joy and happiness is, basically. Like, yeah, because
Yeah,
without
the
one, you don't have
antithesis of God.
yes, yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And it goes real deep into it. And basically, the 30 coins of Judas, that Judas was actually paid by Jesus himself to betray him. Yeah, it was basically one of them little round circles that he did. And then Judas was like, shit, you conned me.
Yeah,
You made me the bad man.
yeah, yeah.
While you were sent off into heaven, you've made me the bad man, you bastard. So anyway.
Yeah. See, am I thinking everything good, everything evil, all comes from God.
Whoever has the dagger, whoever has the like all these, you know, the what they called, all these little things that of God, of Jesus, and at the time and all the rest of it, the 30 coins that were paid, whoever has them 30 coins has a direct link to God. Yeah. And as it happens, a human man manages to get hold of all 30 coins, and this is on the second series at the end that I've got to this point now. I'm waiting for a third series now. I'm like, oh, you've got to make a third series after that. They left it on a right cliffhanger. But this guy, he's gone out to Nazca, the Nazca lines out in Peru.
Mm-hmm.
And he's found a certain Sumerian stone. He's done an incantation, and he's got these 30 coins. He got the Bell UFO, the original one, that's actually under the Nazca lines. You know, like what Hitler was apparently trying to recreate, etc. Yeah. He found the actual one, and they tried ascending through God's eye. So literally through the gaze of the eye of God that comes through the clouds. And if you enter that, you end everything of this existence and you start a new one. And that's what he wanted. So basically the devil and all the good people have to get together and fight this person, because without that there is no good, there is no evil, there's nothing. This guy wants a whole new fresh start, and he wants to be the god of the new start. Do you get what I'm saying? So they're like, listen, there's something much more evil than we are. There's a guy who wants nothing, and they're like, you what? Yeah, there's a guy who wants nothing. And that's a scary thought. Yeah,
I can imagine. I've imagined when I was a kid, I had thoughts of what people would do if they could, if they had the control of the universe, what would they do? Well, some people would just annihilate it,
It's pretty good. Even if I'm not into all that kind of religious-y kind of, do you know what I mean? But I saw a clip for it on YouTube, and I was just like, wow, I've got to watch that. It was pretty good, actually. It goes into witchcraft.
What was it called again? So Richard can watch it? Richard wants.
But I'll put a link in chat.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
I'll do it again in case you missed it. But it is pretty good, it is pretty good. There's the Wikipedia on it, so you can have a read about it first before 30 coins. Pretty good. It is pretty good. The only downfall about it is because it's Spanish, it's all in Spanish. Do you know what I'm saying? But it does have. I'll find the link.
So you got to do the subtitles and read. That's all.
Yeah, you got to read it on the subtitles, so you really got to watch it. Like, is it this one? Did I watch it? No, it wasn't this one. I just had it on my tab. I just left it open on the tab. Just kept watching it every day. You'll find it. It's out there. You gotta find it, but it's out there. Oh, I saved it as a bookmark, didn't I? Let me have a look at bookmarks. I'm sure I saved it as a bookmark.
Hi, Unacceptable. Good to see you.
No, I can't find it. Sorry.
That's all right.
But anyway, yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good. Try and find it. If you're out in America and stuff like that, you can get it on, is it HBO or whatever? Yeah, you can get it on various sites. But if you're in England, you can't get it.
Yeah, I don't really have the time for watching stuff.
Yeah, it's well worth a watch though.
Yeah, I read documents and if I'm not reading, I'm doing workshop stuff or life stuff.
Yeah.
I just,
Oh, do you know what? I've been putting it on when I've been going to bed. You know, one of
Yeah.
them. Lot. Yeah, I've been putting it because it's only like.
oh yeah,
an hour.
that'd be good.
It's about an hour long each one. Like,
Yeah.
So I just at the end of the day when I'm going to bed, I'll take the laptop upstairs and I'll have it at the side of the bed there next to me, and I'll just be watching it with my headphone in.
Yeah, that's when I listen to my news. So,
Yeah.
boys from Brazil. Interesting. Oh yeah. Where were we there?
A nice treat of TV gold. Yeah, no problem, guys. Yeah, I just thought I watched that. It was pretty good actually. I got well into it, and I'm not one for watching stuff either. I don't watch TV. Really, but
So it is therefore possible to manipulate the nervous system of a subject by pulsing images displayed on a nearby computer, monitor, or TV set. For the latter, the image and pulsing may be embedded in the program material, or it may be overlaid by a modulating video stream, either as an RF signal or as a video signal. The image displayed on a computer monitor may be pulsed effectively by a simple computer program. For certain monitors, pulse electromagnetic fields capable of exciting sensory resonance in nearby subjects may be generated even as the displayed images are pulsed with subliminal intensity. Now, where is that other link I wanted to show you? Right there. So apparently, blue light blocking sunglasses are an assistance with this problem. They can pulse an LED light like 1,000,000 times a second, so they can cause seizures. They can actually get into your brain with that, which is absolutely ridiculous. No nanotech required. They figured out the pattern, like your brainwaves have patterns, and they can simulate those with pulsing lights, and your retina will transmit that into your brain and make the according transmission to your actual through your optical nerve to your brain. So apparently these blue blocking lights, amber lights, or amber glasses help with that. Just thought that was kind of an interesting side note, and I had the documentation to support it as well. So that is what they're doing.
I put the blue light on my laptop. Actually, you have that option to do that on your the nighttime thing. So I always have it on as well.
Yeah, my screen's always kind of a greenish color.
Yeah, like
You
a
can
blue.
see it. You can see it on the. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you should be able to see it on the screen there. How the screen's not white; it's almost like a greenish blue.
See it on the reflection of your glasses.
Yeah.
What else can we see on the reflection of your glasses?
My bank account number is written on the wall over
Do you have
there.
a bank account detail?
Yeah.
Just hold it up in front of your
My
face.
PIN number's on the ceiling.
I can read.
I just write that stuff all over the place. Hi, D Ocean. Good to see you, huh?
Hey up, unacceptable living in left field as well. Andy Oceans, hello.
So I people say that that these glasses work for blocking that type of technology. I can't say whether it does or doesn't, but I would suggest we try it anyway. So yeah, but let's go back to that for a second.
We are unable to give you strong medical advice. We suggest you do some research.
So here's some nice graphics on how it interfaces with you. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh,
Here
nice.
it is interfacing with the human being.
Interface. Think about that. Interface. Into your face. Into your face.
So there they tell you all about it. I'll post this document as well if anybody wants to share it out. If anybody says they can't interact with you through a screen or an LED, you can tell them, here you go.
Bullshit.
Right?
Stop pulling my leg because we know better.
Well, that was about all I had really to share. You got anything else you want to hit on?
No, I shared it.
All right. What about you guys in chat? Any comments, questions?
Statements.
Anybody got a bitch complaint they want to do?
Yeah. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yeah.
Oh, my bumhole wants to say something.
The Ocean usually likes to come up and complain about something. This is a bitch session, The Ocean, so let's The Ocean's good at solutions too, so that's always awesome. Interphase. Yeah.
Don't mess with the Ocean. He's a brutal beast.
Yep.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I genuinely mean like the ocean, you know, like the Pacific, the Atlantic. I mean like the sea. Didn't mean
Let's try to come up with something. Okay. All right. Let's hear a good rant. I had a good rant propped up in my head this morning, but I didn't do it. I was going to write out some points and do like a 10-minute long rant about shit, just screaming like Alex Jones. I'll do that tomorrow, maybe.
All right. Here I am.
Here we go.
It's fun to do those screaming rants, right?
Oh, screaming rants? Well,
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, Dio should be good at that. Making the damn frogs gay.
Making the damn frogs gray?
Gay frogs. Anyway.
Why am I feeding back on myself? That don't make any.
Yeah, we haven't. It's all right here on our side. You probably have YouTube open.
I'm getting no echo.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm about to try some Platinum Punch in a little bit. That'll be good. It's a nice, got a beautiful color to it.
Good night, Desert Rose. Oh, you're not my friend anymore.
Got some cookies too.
Oh, definitely not my friend anymore. Right, I'm going.
Yeah, it smells great too, especially the what is it? The Platinum Punch. That's going to be good. It's a really white colored. It's almost like really white colored green. So it's got all kinds of crystals all over it. And it's got red hair. I love red haired pot. Got a good flavor. That's some nice looking stuff.
My dog in there. My dog's on the back rolling around. Giving a little yap.
Morgan's familiar with that. Oh, we lost D. All right. Well, I'm going to cut it off here. Thanks for coming up, Sab, and sharing. I appreciate your input always. Yeah, do some experimentation with that brake, with that electric brake. I'd like to see how far it extends from the system, you know, with how much voltage and stuff.
Okay, are we good now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, we're good now. We're just about to go, though.
Yeah, I can do another 20 minutes. That's about it. Then I got to go.
Yeah, I'll have a little play around with this. Like I said, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll have a little play.
Yeah, so we're playing with electromagnets now, D.
Conspiracy. See what I'm saying? Look what the universe does for me, Max. I'm telling you. See,
Hey,
I popped into your live, and instantly one of the first things that I pulled out of that bloody thing today, that Sterling today, was that electromagnet. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're made by
Oh.
Ryan Electric as well. You know, like you were saying, that guy was working.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was
Yeah,
thinking of it a
brilliant.
few days ago. I popped onto Sabrina Wallace's channel,
Nothing
talking to all the
happened back
people in the chat, and they're sharing all these things with me too. So yeah,
Nothing by
it's the collective
coincidence.
mind, eh?
Yep,
It's-
nothing by coincidence. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's the collective mind. We're all hooking up.
doing laid back. I'm pretty laid back. I'm in my easy chair. So this
You're
is really
not
laid
hooking up?
back.
Yeah, you look like Kilroy. All we can see is the bottom of your nose there, down.
It's
What?
always 3 o'clock in the morning for me. And I'm
You
still-
gotta
I look like
put your
Kilroy.
hands like this, you know.
I look like Kilroy, or he does.
No, you do. You
Can
know
you make this
Kilroy,
sound?
Oh,
Can you make
geez.
this sound? Oh shit!
that
Can you
old
make this sound?
drawing
How about
the
that?
World War II soldiers used to read.
I just give up for that. I'm resting. I just did some work. I've been working in the back room again, trying to get the back room in order so I can have a studio back there.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh, well, it'll be fun to have the studio, but
Throne.
trying to get it done is it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
Lot of work, baby. So
you'll get there.
I certainly hope so.
Persevere, you'll get there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And it's funny because my house keeps, or my apartment keeps needing to expand because Jason brought, but I'm going to have to put a picture of it up on my channel. Jason brought me a cat tower. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. He's actually allergic to cats.
Mhm.
And he has a small car. And he put this huge cat tower, taller than me, about 6 feet tall cat tower, in his car and drove it to me because he saw it by the side of the road and he wanted to give it to me in Cowboy.
Nice one.
Oh,
That's awfully sweet of him. And but it's huge and I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to clean it and steam it and everything because another kitty had it and somebody peed on it while it was out at the on the lawn because there's a little stain there. But I'm gonna have to clean it up. But honestly, these things are a fortune, and so you know, like it's a very nice gift.
Mhm.
Very nice that he brought it. I just don't know where that freak to put it in an apartment. In a 1-bedroom apartment, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Just
very
chop it out.
sweet of him.
Just cut it now.
I will think of some way to utilize it. Oh, my little knucklehead. I don't even know if he can climb that high anymore. He's an old dude.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's a good kitty though. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting there. I also got a new bookshelves, new bookcase that I was installing, so I had to move a bunch of stuff around. So the place is just about to go pop right now, and I've got to get some stuff out of here. Anybody need a bariatric walker? Anybody need a great big walker for?
Yeah, can you ship it to the UK for me, please?
If you pay for it.
Oh no, I'm not paying for it.
Well, in that case, forget it. Because I ain't paying for it to go anywhere.
It cost me less. Cost me less. Just
You
go and buy
can
one.
walk over and get it. You can walk over and get it. Strap a couple of fins to the thing or something. I don't know. A couple of floats.
I'll make
And
myself a
roll
cup.
your way back home. I don't know. No, it's a walker from a long time ago that the wheel was broken and Paul fixed it and put it back on. So because I Didn't even want to give it away without the wheel being work. You know what? Here's something to bitch about. This thing was paid for by Medicaid, right? And this item is supposed to be a heavy-duty item, right? It's a walk rollator that you can sit on, right, with a seat.
Mm-hmm.
And it has kind of, you know, they have wheels, they have a frame, they have a seat, they have basically what amounts to bike brakes, you know, so that you can lock your rollator in place. Now, you're not supposed to roll anywhere in it like a wheelchair, but only to sit in it, right? And that's the rules. Oh, no, it's not safe to, you know. So what happens? I'm sitting at a bus stop in this thing, and it's at a slant, and this thing is trying to move, right? It's trying to roll. And one of the wheels just pops. And it almost, if I hadn't been quick to stand up, I would have been right out in front of a bus or a car or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? So I complained about it, and it's like, oh, well, you're not supposed to roll in it. Well, I wasn't trying to. But you mean to tell me that it's made so that it breaks if you do that?
Yeah, what quicker way to get rid of the elderly?
Yeah. Hey, let's add Bluetooth to them next.
Holy cow. I mean, you know, okay, so they have designed it so if it starts to roll with you in it, it'll freaking break and maybe kill you.
Yeah.
How does that compute? You know, it's like, you know, so I can just think of somebody who wasn't as fast, you know, getting through. It's like, well, you know, I tell you, that's one way to guarantee that you have customers. Well, for a little while anyway, until you kill them with it. But yeah, that's crazy. And so I finally got on the phone with her, with the person who's supposed to be sending these out, you know, supposed to be sending me another one. And she says, oh, you're so lucky you got one. You know how many people are waiting to get one? But yeah, we have somebody, we're not even hardly sending them out anymore because we've got so many people getting injuries from them. And I'm like, what?
It should be all recalled then.
What? Why aren't you freaking recalling these? I was like, what the hell? I was flabbergasted. So I was trying to figure out who I would talk to about this. There really isn't anybody to talk to about it that I know of, that I could find, to say, hey, you know, this is a problem. I mean, if you start rolling in this thing, this thing can break and kill you. And I'm hearing that it has injured lots of people, and that they're actually getting lawsuits from it.
Yeah, Richard's got it right bang on the nugget there. It's because money talks, and what they're doing is they'll have them mass made out in China, and they'll put quality builds out there, and then they'll have them shipped over here, and they'll charge you the USA price for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they charge anything you get through Medicaid, Medicare, or whatever is so expensive. The stuff they know that you
exactly the same here. On our NHS system, if you get prescribed from the doctor some paracetamols, it costs the NHS 12 quid or, you know, $15, right, for a pack of 32. Now, I wouldn't mind, but you can go to our local Lidl store and you can buy a pack of 32 for 30 pence, 50 cent.
Figures.
You know what I'm saying? So hang on a minute. How can they justify charging the NHS £12, $15 when you can go and buy them personally for pennies, for cents? It's like, hang on a minute. Yeah, it's all wrong. It's all wrong.
It is. It's really freaking crazy. And I know that this was probably an expensive thing because it's a heavy duty thing. And I'm like, well, shit. This is crazy. So you're killing people, maybe,
Yeah.
or injuring them,
All for the
And-
sake of
and
all for the
also
sake of
getting
earning that extra
sued.
buck.
and there are also lawsuits ongoing, which is keeping the lawyers happy, I guess. And
Mhm.
but this is what we've come to in this. This is what we've come to in this country with medicine, is that it's medicine that doesn't really doesn't really help you. Everybody's getting treated; they're not getting cured. Did you
No.
notice that? It's like
Well,
everybody's
complain.
getting treated.
Why are you complaining? It's keeping the economy going. Behave.
Right. I know.
People have got jobs to
Everybody's
do.
getting treated. It ain't a treat. It ain't no treat. Sure ain't
Sorry.
a treat. Not for us, it ain't.
I'm jesting. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I kind of picked that up. What you mean you were joking? I kind of picked that up. I'm not stupid as you look. I mean, as I look, or
I like that one.
I'm being silly.
I'm not as stupid as you look. I like that one.
I'm
That's a good one. That one.
Watch out for Dee. She's pretty sly.
I am.
I'm gonna use that one now.
Okay. I'm pretty darn tricky. I really am. You got to watch.
There's an
me.
interesting graph on the screen here. This is what it says here is speed.
No, it's a graph.
Interconnections. Okay, so this is interconnections between neurons and data storage. So they have here from a leech, a worm, a fly, a cockroach, a bee. And look at right up here, we have man. Look at how much storage and speed and interconnections they can have in a human. Much more than a leech. But they do use those other animals. They actually all have MAC addresses as well. So they use your cat,
Are
your
you
dog.
freaking kidding me?
No,
No.
no.
How
not
are
at
they
all.
doing that with the Internet of Things?
Well, with their various frequencies, yeah. You're logged into with your MAC address, and they use you for data storage, data transfer, VPN, cybersecurity, blockchain, Bitcoin. We're all the new stuff. All the new stuff is not the towers and databases. It's us.
Well, that's lovely. Well, then I'm keeping it. It's mine.
Well, we're
I'm
working
keeping
on.
all your Bitcoin,
We're
mate.
looking at
I'm
ways
sorry,
to
the
take
Bitcoin
ourselves
is
out of
mine
that
now.
system.
What?
We don't want to be part of that system.
No,
That's
I'm
what
keeping
me
all
and
the
Sab are
Bitcoin.
working on. That's what me and Sab are working on, trying to get out of that system.
Yeah.
Yeah, big pharma, they just their pills will cure one problem but cause another. Pretty much, that's the way they
pretty
work.
much always. Yeah, there's always the side effects, and then there's
Mhm.
medications for the side effects from the medications from the side effects.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's been
It
right.
goes
Yeah.
right on down the
I
line.
know-
Yeah.
I know this. I genuinely know this firsthand. And the reason, in a nutshell, quickly, and the reason I know this is because my grandma went through a traumatic experience. My auntie was murdered, my mum's sister. When my mum was like 9 years old, so it was way before my time. But obviously, she lived with that torment. Now, what the doctors did to her, they put her on tranquilizers and medications to just knock her out and not think about shit. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And this clued my grandma up to all. She got what was called the Book of Mims. So it's about all the medications that were given out, what they do, and the causalities, and the correlation to the side effects. And what they do is they give you one medication which causes 3 side effects, and then they'll give you 3 more medications to counteract them side effects.
Right.
And then the medications that they give you to counteract them cause more side effects.
Cause more side effects, exactly.
yeah.
So,
It just
and that's
goes
why-
right down the
Hi,
line.
Jojo.
that is why I have not got any prescription drugs from my doctor or from the hospital in about 20 years.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have not. I try doing everything holistically and naturally, so on and so forth. Look at me. I thought it was you. I'm as fit as a fiddle. I am. Like, I've got a six-pack and everything. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And I don't work out every day and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just, yeah. Seriously, I just believe that all these medications and everything else as well, they have very adverse reactions to your body and your mental state and etc. and etc. and etc. They do. They really do. Got to be very careful. It's also most of it's synthetic. Most of the drugs that they give you are synthetic. None of it's natural.
Oh, they're all synthetic. That's that's how they're patentable.
Yeah.
I only take, and this is really, I mean, it must be perplexing for my doctor. I only take artificial Claritin, really. I mean, generic Claritin. It's really all I take.
Yeah.
And beyond that, I mean, and that's only once in a while when I have allergy problem. Beyond that, I'm good.
Hey, Johan.
I refuse all medications. Pretty much beyond that. And I'm an all-natural girl as far as remedies. I'm getting pretty good at it, too. So, they don't make a lot of money off of me. I know that must be very disappointing.
Yep, same here. Same here.
Because I'm older now. I'm 66. They should be making a lot of money off it.
They should be, yeah. Most people are on like 8 or 10 pills by then.
They tried to do it the other week.
This is exciting.
I had toothache the other week and I went to the dentist and he went, we can give you a prescription here for some ibuprofen and some other stuff. And I was like, you're all right, thank you. I'll go and get it myself.
And then they get you with the operations and whatever they put in you with the operations. Who knows what they're putting in you.
Well, I know they're going to be
You're under when you're knocked out.
I've got to have a lot of teeth out and they're going to be knocking me out. Literally, I have to be put under for that because I've got real bad teeth. I have, genuinely, I've got bad teeth.
So, yeah, well, they can fix your bad tooth without knocking you out. But
on this note,
probably would pull it.
Max and I have spoke about this as well before. This has only happened in this 4 or 5 years that I've been at home with all of this around me all the time. Wi-Fi on, so many, you know what I mean? Laptop, phones, you know what I'm saying? All this technology around me. I never really had it before previously. Genuinely never had it before. Before I lived here, I was out in France living off grid in the cottage. And I had, I can show you pictures. No joke. I can show you pictures of when I got married. Genuinely. I've got pictures of me when I got married, and I've got a good set of gnashes on me. No joke. Yeah. 5 years, teeth have gone.
Yeah.
That's not normal. That is not normal at all. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, if you are being, if somebody is giving you the whole gang stalking treatment, whatever, you're going to have problems with your teeth. That just seems to be right across the board. That's part of what happens to you because your teeth are, and of course, I guess they're an easy target. And
it's like a circuit breaker in the body. It's one of the first circuits to go usually. But other people will have other things go, like their thyroid or, liver, kidney, other things. Depends on where the circuit builds itself, I think.
So you basically, you'll start having, even if I had perfectly beautiful front teeth before. So all of this started happening, and all of the stuff that happened to me, and for quite a long while, I know I couldn't do anything without something weird happening. I couldn't have an opinion. I kept having to, you'll get kind of warned to shut up, okay? But the thing that really spun my head was the day I came home and my chair. Now, mind you, I was in a place that had a courtyard that faced all of my neighbors. But my chair, my lawn chair, had been torched. And nobody knew a thing about it. I mean, weird shit would happen. Like I would walk in and I'm living alone with just my cat. and a walk-in, and
Was
the
it plastic and
toilet.
metal combined? Was it a combination of plastic and metal?
No, you know what the funny thing is? It wasn't.
Oh.
It was made of canvas.
Ah,
It was canvas and metal, which I thought would be pretty safe.
yeah, it usually is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. I'm like, what the hell? And how did nobody notice?
Yeah.
And how is it that, you know, I lock my door and I come in, I'm a single woman with nothing but a cat, and the toilet seat is up.
Hmm.
And there's a cigarette on the floor, a cigarette butt. And I don't smoke. And
Your
nobody
alter ego.
know anything about that either. And
Yeah.
I'm there like, okay, what the hell is going on in this place?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so glad to be out of there. Oh my God.
Welcome to Max Vision Mysteries.
Yeah.
Max
All right,
Vision
guys,
Mystery
I've got to
Theater.
cut it off here. I got some things to do and got to get ready for class. This was awesome. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Until we see you again, keep your third eye open. Bye-bye, guys.
Yeah, bye-bye. See you tonight.
Thank you. Bye bye. And all in
Right.
chat. Thank you. Bye bye.
We're going to have class tonight, right?
Yeah, we'll be doing class.
Okay,
See you in an
because
hour,
John
guys.
is a classy guy. Okay, good night.
Thanks. Bye-bye.